What up, Raza? What's going down, bro? Tu sabes, you know how I get down. What up, man? It's Wednesday, the 7th? Man, 7 days into this year. What have you done? What have you accomplished in the last 7 days, homie? Have you been keeping up your promises? Have you been really pushing and getting out there and do what you need to do? Are you going to the gym? Are you cutting back on all that hollering? That is the question. It's the 7th, 7 o'clock out here in Cali, and we're going live. Try to put in more hours in here. That way I can get more stuff going and uh, hook it up, homie. Do you really want? It's a jam, homie. Who remembers that rola? Zapping Roger. But his own canal, that thing, dum dum dum. Está pesado, homies, you know what I mean? Anyways, how you guys doing this evening, man? Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for always logging in. I appreciate it if you could subscribe, like, and share, and double tap that screen on TikTok and on YouTube. Gracias. Share, like, and subscribe, and encourage people to tune in. Every time we're on here, it's always been positive, you know what I mean? Even when the haters get on here, we clown. You know, it's all good. It's all fine. But do me that paro and just boom, 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 boom. Double tap that. And thank you, Facebook. Share if you could do me that favor, man. And thank you guys for tuning in always, man. It's an encouraging to know that I always get followers from all over. I always get messages. And, you know, if you send me a message and I can't read it, please don't get agüitado. I have a lot of freaking social media jumping off, so I get to it as much as I can, as fast as I can. And if it's important, just go ahead and inbox me, you know. But other than that, man, thank you guys for tuning in. And today is the 7th. It's Wednesday the 7th, homie, 2026. I hope you guys been keeping up with everything. I hope you guys been doing your rutinas or whatever the case might be, you know. Stop drinking or start flajandoing or a little bit of toque, a little bit of yesca, whatever, you know. I hope you guys been keeping up to your promises, you know, and so you guys could better yourself, man, you know. Thank you guys. What's up, man? What's up, you guys? What's up, TikTok? What's up, YouTube? I see you guys. You know, if I turn to the left, it's because I'm on the computer, but I'm reading some of the messages there because the messages are too freaking small for me at times, you know. But gracias, man. So today I was running around and doing my things, and as I explained to you guys yesterday, Rockin Chicano was going through some trials and tribulations, some hard ones, you know. And sure enough, 4 o'clock, 4 in the morning. Was it 4 in the morning?
Yeah, we're going for
We got the email of clearance. You know what I mean? So we were so blessed. We were so stoked, and we were so happy. You know. Little do you guys know that when you guys own a business, you know, you face a lot of trials and tribulations, lawsuits or whatever. You know, you know, it gets pretty rough. It gets pretty tough. You know what I mean? Pero all in all, you just gotta hold on and keep on pressing and keep on pushing, you know. But sure enough, at 4 in the morning, we got the email that we were waiting for, and we were on the clear. So, with that being said, man, everything all praises and thanks goes to the vato upstairs, homie, you know. But I knew it was gonna come through. You just gotta be patient. Sometimes you think that, oh man, I can't find a way out. Oh man, this. Oh man, that, and all these doubts and questions, and your mind starts playing tricks on you, you know. And all you gotta do is just sit tight, man. There's a scripture that says, "Be still and know that I am God," you know. And a lot of times we don't, you know what I mean. We don't. How do you say it? We don't take up on that word, homie, you know, and it's like, yeah, whatever, I could take care of this myself. But in reality, it's just a test, you know. So what if this year has been struggling for you, and these last 7 days that just barely started around this year for 2026 has been uh maybe crucial, maybe gacho for you, maybe hard and depressing, and or whatnot, and you start off the same thing like you did last year. But fret not, homie. Don't trip. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm living proof, man. You know what I mean? Todo sale bien. You just gotta have faith and you gotta have hope, man. Don't fall back on me, homies. Don't go back. Hey, let me go take a pisto and let me go do this, and it's all right. I'm gonna do this and do that. Don't do that, homie. Just hold up tight, homies. Everything will be fine, man. And then I'm running around doing my things. I'm cleaning out my panel, my big old freaking lunch truck. I got a lunch truck. It's a gangster lunch truck. It's for the business. And we're getting ready for the weekend. So we're preparing, and I've been clearing everything out, and getting ready for the weekend. And then we're getting ready for the 17th, next weekend. We'll be at is it next weekend?
Yeah.
Next weekend we'll be at Long Beach Super Show. So hopefully I can see you guys there. I'll be set up with a big old booth, you know what I mean? And we'll be all right, dog. Let's go to this Holly. As you guys know, I always get haters. YouTube is weird, you know. YouTube has some funky stuff. Uh, can you block those?
Yeah.
Okay. It says, can I get a taco real quick with some beans and rice? Simon, homie, no problem, dog. If you like Mexican food, you know. Uh, do you have an NFL team? Of course, the Raiders. We do. Did you get Biggie out of there? Biggie, am I a bastard? I'm not nothing, dog. I'm me, homie. Saludos from Arizona. What's up, man? Did you clips that? Did you get that guy?
Yeah, I'm getting it right now.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Saludos rocking from H-Town. What's up, homie? What's the Raiders? Ah, man, the Raiders suck right now, dog. They're no good. Uh, better, what a buster. Big dog. I don't trip, homie. I stay in Norwalk, homie. You know what I mean? I stay in the city of Norwalk. I don't trip on nothing, dog. I don't trip on those games. I never dropped out. I'm just me, homes. I'm a Chicano, dog. Brown and proud, solid. If and indeed you feel that anything, then there's my inbox, homie. All right, all right. Oh, you like the hat? Gracias, homie. Good looking out. Uh, that's right, that's right. Cool hat. Gracias, homie. From South Africa, Cape Town. What's up, man? Also, the Indian quarterback at first pick. Yeah. This year the Raiders homie. They're, but it's all right, homie. It's okay. It's no biggie. You know what I mean? We're so used to losing, homies. You know what I mean? But other than that, today I was just going through the news and real quick every day, and I seen that subject with that Heina that got it. You know what I mean? With that the agent and all that, homes. You have to be careful, homes. You know what I mean? It's sad. I know that they're using certain things that there's using certain things. Oh, he was in the front and she was taking off. Regardless of the matter, they're both in the wrong. I'll be honest, they're both in the wrong. He was not in front of the vehicle. The vehicle was turning, but at the same token, if and indeed he feels that his life was threatened, then that's a different outcome. You have to be careful with these individuals. They got fuscas, and how you go about it, it makes a whole lot of difference. You know what I mean? You could be peaceful, or you could go radical. Radical is, it's it's something hard, homie. But if you're willing to go risk it, then dale gas, homie. That's all you, you know. I don't think that it's worth it. You know, we could stand up for certain things to do it the right way. You know, pero risking your life like that is something hard, homes. It's something sad. You know, where was she? 37 years old, homes. You know, we know that these vatos are in the wrong. We know that, homes. You know what I mean? But at the same token, you just gotta be patient, and with everything in due season, it's gonna come to a good conclusion. You know, eventually they'll shut it down, or eventually they'll go do some tiempo. You know what I mean? I don't know, dog, but I know it doesn't last forever. But it's not worth it. Please be careful. If you see them or you encounter them, gente, just be careful. Keep through, homes. You know what I mean? Don't go using your ranfla. Don't go doing all that. You know, and unless you're willing to do it, then it's gacho. Fifth River Rat says it's America, not Mexico. Yeah, it is, homes. It's land of the free, homes. It's land of the free. Remember that. Everybody is I can only say certain words here because he shut me down, but it's home of the inmigrantes, home, you know. So yeah, but it's uh it's a tough one, homes. You know what I mean? What's taking place right now, you know, it's a real tough one, dog. You know, and I hope that it ends soon, homes. You know what I mean? We could come to an understanding, or some kind of rules and regulations where they allow certain things, gente, to come in, you know. But other than that, please, if you encounter gente like that, just be careful. You know what I mean? Those guys they're not fully trained, homie. You know, them vatos are not, they're retirees of, you know what I mean, certain jobs, bounty hunters, you know what I mean? They're just different, dog. They're not uh, Judas. You know what I mean? They're not Judas, dog. You know, you could tell they're out of shape. You know what I mean? They're as big as stocky like me. You know what I mean? You can see the vest and the gut. You know what I mean? They're not um, good, righteous gente where they're up on their game. You know, but that's them, homies. You know what I mean? And I guess they need the money. What I don't understand is our own people are doing it. You know, but that's nor here nor there, homes. You know what I mean? I don't want TikTok or YouTube start tripping or try to shut it down or whatever, because they always do. You know what I mean? They find a reason and whatever, but you know, just speaking out loud, just trucha, just be careful. You know what I mean? Don't end up like that individual. You know what I mean? And do it right. Saludos de Lowrider Nation. You speak Spanish? Simon que si, homie. Props from Vegas, brother. That's right, homie. Saludos to Vegas. Saludos to all the gente out there, homes. Um, Great blessings and everybody, dog, out there. All Las Vegas. Positive and solid advice. Keep it up. Yeah, man. You know, that's the best thing that we could do is just give some good advice. You know, I haven't encountered a situation like that. I've seen them, you know, and they gone, but I don't fear them. You know what I mean? But at the same time, um, I cannot scoot to that level where I can get incarcerated on. You know, I just have to be careful. You know what I mean? But still, you know, you can say all you want. You can disrespect them. As long as it's not a threat, then that's a different story. You know. But I haven't encountered them. But it's just sad thinking about it, because that Jaina was a gabacha. She was Savana. You know what I mean? And their own gente did that to them, dog. You know. I think she was like 37 years old, and I think she was married to another Jaina, dog. I think, Holmes. You know. From what the video said, oh, that's my wife. That's my wife, and she was a Jaina. You know. So you get you just please be careful out there, homes. You know what I mean? Just be careful and encounter these gente, you know, and just speak up. Try to get their number or whatever. That's cool, dog. They'll let you do that. I've seen it on videos. They'll tell you to stand back, but hey, let me have your number so I could call up your people. You know what I mean? say that they snatch you up, fool, you know. But just be careful, man, because the last thing I need is like, hey, you remember homeboy, remember homegirl from your podcast homes? Well, they, ya estufas and hell no, no. We too we're too it's all positive here, homie. You know what I mean? It's all positive here where you where we encourage one another, you know? I want you guys to pursue your dreams, pursue everything, dog. Don't fall back, Holmes. Bad enough we already lived a hard life, homie. You know, we don't need to live another one, dog, you know? Bob, Magay? No, you are, Holmes. Why do you ask, dog? Do you see the rainbow colors, dog? You know? What up, RGV in the house? What's up, homie? Can you speak real English? Yeah, I look, Holmes. I'm Chicano. I speak Galo, dog. If you don't know what Galo is, it's a broken down language from Spain, dog. Okay, but Spanish itself, Castellano, I don't speak that. We speak the language that we were brought up with, and that's Galo, that's Spanglish, Spanish and English. You know what I mean? Now I speak like this. I could speak fluent English, perfect English. I could change my tone and everything. But see, here's the thing. A lot of times they start flagging me down and they start blocking me. So I throw little, Galo words, Spanglish. I switch it back and forth so you could, so TikTok doesn't trip because they trip a lot, homes. You know what I mean? When you want to speak about certain topics or whatever, and oh, I want to clown back or whatever, and automatically it senses it and it shuts it down, dog. And that's the last thing I need to be shut down and be restricted for about 3, 4 days, But we're here. If you don't understand, ask a question and I'll fill you in what that word means. You know what I mean? But what's up, man? Cheech, what's up, man? What's up? That's right. That's right. Spanglish is Tejano. Yeah. It is, dog. It is. But we don't acknowledge Tejano, dog. We're not Tejano. We're Cholos, dog. We're uh we're Chicanos, homie. And I know Texas doesn't claim Chicano. They claim Tejano, So we have our own stilo, we have our own stuff. You guys have your own stilo, but Spanglish and all that and Calo, yes, dog, I admit it. Texas is bad, dog. Texas is así hablan. Back and forth, boom, 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 Uh, bro got a cool accent, man. Y'all tripping. Yeah. Thank you, homie. Thank you, Cheesy. Hey, good looking out, dog. I appreciate it. I mean, people ain't gonna understand it. Some of them, dog. You know what I mean? Pero, uh, when the torica comes out, just ponte trucha. You know what I mean? And be on the prowl. You know what I mean? And just listen up. And the words are a little bit different, but more or less, if you speak Spanish, you kind of understand it. Now, the slang comes from DF, from Mexico, okay? It came from Spain to DF, but we put our touch to it where we speak it like uh, certain ways, you know what I mean? And that's the way we do it, huh? Uh, Mexican is a nationality, not a race. We're everything, homie. We're even farm workers, homie. That's right. Oh, do I speak Nahuatl? No, dog. It's hard for me, bro. It was hard for me to understand Nahuatl. I understand it a little bit, but to speak it, no, dog. I don't, homie. And I'm always around it because the people that we do wholesale with, they speak Nahuatl all day, and you just hear it out, You try to figure it out, but it's hard to understand it, dog. Simone, homie, ya sabes, that's right. Uh, Rocking the Fedora, gracias, homie. ¿Qué onda, LG? What's the word? Uh, 415 right here, dog. New Mexico is Spanglish también, pero we call New Mexico home of the red and green chili. Joey, yeah, dog. New Mexico has has his own stilo, dog. Like every watch out, let me just break it down for you guys that don't understand it, you know, and ask all these questions. And don't worry about the comments with YouTube or whatever, and they're talking all that masa, you know what I mean? Never mind that crap, Holmes. I don't trip on it, dog, you know what I mean? That mato's just, you know, the good thing about being an OG, the good thing about being old school, the good thing about being around, you know, and did a gang of time and live that lifestyle, stuff like that is irrelevant, you know. Vatos that bark never bite, homie. Trust me, dog. Vatos that bark never bite, homie. Not for once has anybody ever came down to my cantona and here I am, homie, you know. Not one of them, dog. One of them called to apologize or whatever. See, we're not instigators. See, I'm not the type to go over there and stir up crap or talk about other people or demolish somebody else's name or reputation. That's all that comadre bull crap, homie. The vatos like that don't get down, homies. And if you've been around, you would understand, homies. You know, you don't talk from the side of your neck, homies. You let your fist or you let your filero, whatever, do the freaking business, dog. You know, I ain't like that no more. But trust me, dog. I ain't the type to be like, hey, you supposed to turn your cheek the other way when you're supposed to get socked up with it. Oh, I ain't gonna do that. Oh, trust me, dog. I'm a man who's just like you are, and I bleed just like you, dog. You know, I've been around. I understand. I get it. I'm feeding her, but at the same token, Holmes, I don't go out like that, dog. But I'm respectful. I'm unique. And if you've been around individuals like myself, Holmes, you understand that these vatos is all about respect, Holmes. You know. Vatos that talk out of the side of their neck, that's all they do. That's what they will always do, dog. Their whole life has been like that. Ain't nothing changed, homie. You know? Vatos like that are straight levas, dog. Not that I'm calling you vatos levas, but the individuals that hate, the individuals that want to just go out there and say all kinds of nonsense or you this, you that, that's fine. I'm not, um, it doesn't bug me. It doesn't offend me like that. Because if they could live with themselves, if they could wake up with themselves like that every day, that's a sorry freaking miserable life, homie. You know? They're the ones that gotta wake up to that bull crap. Imagine the woman that's married to that leva. Imagine that woman that's married to the vato that's always about chisme. Imagine to the hyena that she's always married to the vato that's a freaking straight lame and just want to talk. And when it comes down to it, you know what I mean? He opens his mouth, but never, it's about his mouth and not about his fist. That's leva status, dog. I make sure that my kids grow up the right way and I teach them the right way. If you're willing to run your mouth, you got to be knowing how to run your fist too at the same time, homie. You know? So, um, don't worry about the individuals, you know? It's all feed me. But but as you know, as an individual like myself, you know, that been around, I'm respectful. I'm cool with everybody. I don't trip, and you know what I mean. I shake everybody's hands, and whether you're black, brown, yellow, white, or whatever, I'll treat you the same way that you treat me, and it's all mutual respect, homie. You know, when you live life all through hell, and you've been through all the prisons and did all the mayhem, the high speed chases, the whole this madre with the juras and been in front of courts, in front of judges and district attorneys and all that nonsense bull crap, homie, you tend to understand that you become numb at life, you know? And you know the difference between good, solid, and not good, and not solid, homie, you know? And you can't tend to keep your own and do your own holiday, do your own business. And when you understand all those things and you get tired of living that life, then you take it to another level. And it comes even greater, homes. You guys might not understand. And every time I speak behind the cameras, because I always have different cameras and we're always speaking positive, homes. It's something that you might not understand, you know? But there's steps in your life, you know? Challenges, trials and tribulations that you've been through. It makes you see life different, you know? And when we come out here, when we spit the game and we talk and we throw the God and tú sabes, hablamos de nuestra raza, or whatever's taking place, or whatever the case might be, or I'm filming the ranflas out there at the bullies, you know what I mean? And hey, check this vato out, or whatever, you know? It might be a little cavila just to put a smile on your face, homes, but I do it with pride and I do it with wholeheartedly, homes, you know what I mean? Not to offend anybody, not to put anybody down, but let's just freaking ride, homie. Life is a straight cruise, homie. Let's jump in that ranfla, sit shotgun, cállate way, don't say nothing. Let's just cruise this life, homie. Because life is short, homie. Next thing you know, homies, you'll be sick in the bed, you know, you'll be, some of your gente didn't wake up this morning, you know? And it's sad. And what you doing about it, dog? You still working from the side of your neck? You know what I mean? Things that you got to take it into consideration to put another notch into your life, homie, so you can make a difference, not just with you, homies, but the loved ones that are around you, homies. You know what I mean? If indeed they look at you as a lever, homies, clean up, dog. You'll be all right, homies. You know? If you just get out there and just want to talk about pito and all that, homies, man, homies, how do you think people look at you, dog? You know what I mean? How do you think your dad looks at you, homies? You know what I mean? Must be looking at you like, damn, fool, I didn't raise that kid. The jefita raised that kid, you know? And that's the truth, dog, you know? But other than that, you guys are more than welcome to hang around, kick back, enjoy the cruise with me, homes. And I love having you guys around, homie, you know? As for the other comments, don't trip, homie. Don't, just remember, it reminds you like your primo that he was a chirujo, that he didn't want to come out the closet, and he talked about vatos and all this and that, but you know damn well deep inside that he was a pirujo. But you know, then later on he got caught with another vato, with the second primo, third primo. Like, I freaking knew it, dog. I knew that vato was, you know what I mean? Them type of gente, but it's all right. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the taps. You know what I mean? Hey, thank you, Tony. Thank you guys, every single one of you guys, for always tuning in and sharing. And you know what I mean? It's just, let's cruise this thing called life, homie, you know? Let's cruise it. Hey, what's up, Farmer Mike? Anthony, you can talk to many different people of all kinds, from the brother on the street to businessman in the high skyscrapers. You can even talk about oranges to the orange man. Mike, yes. Farmer Mike, he is a farmer. He's a righteous farmer. And when I met him, man, I had a gazillion questions because I didn't know what farming was all about. I didn't know how it went down, or who, what, when, where, you know? And man, did I pick up a lot from him, you know? So thank you, Mike. And he's been a great help to my familia and to me for many years. He's been a blessing, you know? So to you, gracias to your whole family. Thank you guys for looking out. And I got a lot of schooling. I got a lot of help, you know? To this day, I'm thankful and I'm grateful. But it's true, you know what I mean? You speak to people, you try to learn from different walks of life, you know? And it's better to listen and understand, you know, when it comes down to it. So you could take that in your noggin, homie, in la nuca, you know? So when it comes down to it, you could explain and talk to explain it to the people that they don't know about the Holly or whatever the case might be. But like I was mentioning, Texas has their own estilo. New Mexico has their own style. Arizona has their own style. And Califas has their own style. So does Colorado, you know, Washington and Oregon. All the Raza states, they all have a different stilo, a different lingo, a different style of lowrider, a different way of dressing. They're just different, you know? Of course, the styles have been changing, and you try to keep up as much as you can with it, you know? But to the nitty gritty, you could kind of identify which this individual came from, what state, by their car, the way they carry themselves, you know? But regardless of the matter, they're still raza. You still got to support them, you know what I mean? They might look at things different, you know? Oh, well, he talks more like a moreno. He dresses more like a moreno, you know? That's okay, because out here in California, Los Angeles, there's a lot of them, you know? They speak like that, you know? And they carry themselves a little to that stilo of the moreno stilo, you know? Remember one time we were busted, and this individual, you know, the homeboys got at him because of the way that he spoke and all that. And he got mad because he's all like, I came from Mexico to here, and this is what I picked up. This is what I learned. And I live nothing but around Morenos, and that's how I speak English just like that. It's slang, Moreno style, So it's understandable, but at the same token, um, everybody from out of state, from different states, have a different style and a different lingo, and you can't bash them, you can't trip on them because it's it's still raza, homie, it's still raza, no matter the the style that they have, you know what I mean? But yes, New Mexico is different, homie. Uh, get your ASS kicked in San Antonio. Well, homie, I've known a lot of people in San Antonio, dog. A lot. I have a lot of followers from San Antonio. And one place that I do really want to go is out there to San Antonio. It's okay, dog. You ain't got to trip on them, homes. You ain't, anywhere you go, Holmes, you're respected, dog. It's the way you carry yourself right off the top, Holmes. You know what I mean? You ain't, if you were to come here to LA and act all stupid and all menso, all pendejo like that, yeah, dog, of course they're gonna bum rush you anywhere you go, dog. But when you have respect, when you carry yourself with respect and morals and, hey, de aquellas, homie, ¿cómo está? Hey, mucho gusto, homie. My name's Anthony, Holmes. You know what I mean? Califas, dog. Like, oh, yeah, just get at them straight, Morenos are blacks. Yes. Yes. Gracias, homie. Uh, Raza acting like tintos is no go for a lot of us. Yeah, dog. Yeah. But like I said, carnal, like I said, remember, Holmes, there's gente that just, from kids, crossed over, dog, and that's the way they grew. And they get aguitado with themselves, dog, because that's how they grew, with nothing but morenos. And that's their language, their tone, and when they start doing time, it's like, man, I gotta shake that. But Simone, I understand, dog. Good evening, Venus. What's up, man? Uh what oh man, I can't that's what's up. True 100. Different and understanding. Right, Venus? Racist rasa is a no-go for sure. Yeah, dog. Um, I always get hit. Who's that? The Guache 415. I always get hit with that question, dog, about how do I feel about morenos and tintos and how this and how that. And I will always say this, dog. I'm proud of my cultura. I'm proud of being brown, homie. I'm gonna always stay brown, dog. That's it. We cool. I'm straight as feed me. That's my thought. That's my theory, and I'm cool with it, dog. You know, if and indeed they cross over and do this with them or whatever, then that's them, dog. I have no say so. I have nothing against it. That's them. That's their life, Holmes. You know what I mean? If and indeed that I've mentioned this plenty of times, if I train my kids to stay within their cultura, our brown is beautiful, dog. But when they grow up and they become mature and understanding and they're guided out of not just lust, but out of their heart and their emotion, and they hook up with the Filipina, Italiana, or whatever the case might be, Morenos or whatever, that's on them, dog. That's their life. That's their prerogative, homie. In every race, there's bad, dog. I don't care how you put it, homes. In Morenos, they, there's a saying with the Morenos. There's ends and there's Morenos. It's same with us, dog. With our race, there's Mojao, and there's Raza. There's, I take that back. There's Chuntaros, and then there's Raza. So we both have our defaults, homies. Every race has their defaults, homie. And to me, I'm gonna stick to. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you for the gifts, you guys. Thank you. I apologize for not keeping track. Hey, gracias for the gifts, you guys. Thank you for the taps. Thank you for all that. If you could tap the screen, thank you. Uh, Griselda, thank you, gracias. Thank you for the gifts, man. What's a chuntaro? Okay. Oh man, you're kidding me. Hard with these questions, huh?
They are. One of
De
them is
las. Go ahead.
go ahead, is that mustache sponsored by the Raiders.
Yeah. Uh, a paisa from, you know what I mean, with no clecha, no nothing, no coming out of the rancho, you know what I mean, and just straight guarachudo and just like, ¿qué pasa? You know what I mean? No, señor, no, you know what I mean? Like, hey, vaya para allá, vaya a agarrar, go give me this. Sí, señor, sí, sí, señor. You know what I mean? Like, just, no guidance, no sense of how do you say it? Just common sense, and just straight muerto almost, you know what I mean? And that's what we call them. And that, my friend, we all have both sides, you know what I mean? All races have that, you know what I mean? They have their defects, we have our defects, but it's okay, Holmes, you know what I mean? You could be you, you know what I mean? And you could prosper and have your thoughts and theories, but that don't mean that your kids are gonna do it, you know what I mean? I have nothing against the Tintos. Let them do their own jale. They're different. They're different than us. They're different than me. That's them. But as God created me, God created them, dog. They have their own problems. They have their own issues. They've been through some trials, dog. They've been through some jales. We've been through some jales. And it's always best to, always keep the distance on us, especially us individuals that have been through some jales or gangster stuff or whatever. If you know there's gonna be friction, why stir it up, homie? If he knows he's on that street, ¿por qué a huevos vas a ir allá and go and think you're all ferrón, homie? You know what I mean? Just let them vatos be, homes. Just like them, let us be. We're cool. We straight, dog. When it comes down to it, you know what I mean? And we ever unite or whatever, you need their assistance. And hey, si te hacen el paro en la calle, if they could do the paro in the calle, then that's feed, man. Then, dog. I've met a lot of people where the Morenos are their best friends, dog. And what can you say, dog? You gonna say, Charlie, that's not your friend when he's been there more for that vato than his own family has, homie? There's a different ways, dog. Different worlds, different attitudes, different estilos, different character into individuals. Just because that Moreno, he did that with that familia, and he's gonna, he say for instance they might have bashed on him, or what he's gonna bash on all the Morenos, dog. You know, it's a funny thing because in Norwalk, we're fighting with the city, homes, and the gacho part is that now they want the residents to sign a release contract from the residential individuals from the brick wall, and that brick wall is to make a new how do you say it? A new park. They're trying to make a new park, and we know a lot of the neighbors, dog. But a lot of them, the other ones, we really don't know because they're in. Let me relax. A lot of them we don't know them because they're always at work, dog. And this vato walks in and he says, and he's listening to the meeting in the city hall in the city regarding this project because the city's trying to get money, dog. They're scammers, they're shiesty. He comes and he's all like, you mean to tell me that you want me to have sign over the rights to the brick wall, our brick wall, the same brick wall that tree fell on that wall, fell on that swimming pool and on top of my house? That right? You want me to release that? But yet you weren't willing to pay for the damages in my property? And the city just stood quiet. And everybody turned to the city mayor and everybody. And he goes, I've been here for 30 years. I never bother nobody. I love this city. I love how it functions. Everybody just does their own thing. I'm able to leave at peace. I left from a bad area into a decent area. But I work all the time. And then my time's off, I love to enjoy it in my backyard, in my swimming pool and all that. And Navato was a moreno, dog. You know? To say that about our city and about our barrio, didn't bug nobody, didn't get involved with nobody, dog. So if that vato's like that, are we supposed to hate all morenos, dog? You know, does that same hate apply to him because of what other individuals have bumped into or encountered with, homes? Everybody's different. Everybody's accountable for themselves, homie. You know, it's a funny thing how most of our raza, most of our people, we've committed crimes within our own selves, dog. It's not so much on the outside, dog, but it's mostly us. If you go to prison and you ask them what you torcido for, I bet you that crime was brown on brown. I guarantee you, dog. 90% of the time, dog, you know? So just because they act like that or an individual acted like that or towards you or whatever, you can't be holding everybody accountable because of the color of their piel, homie. You can't do that, dog, you know? If that's the way they are, if you know there's going to be issues, then go mind and do you, Holmes. You know what I mean? Stay away from certain areas. The same thing, vice versa. If there's cholos there, there's gang members there, then why are you going to go there? Today I spoke with my chromer because, as you guys do know, I do chrome, you know? And we were speaking on this subject, you know? He says that back in the days, he wouldn't stop by the gas station. And he's been working at the same location for 17 years. He is the owner of that shop now. He said, I would bypass it. And it was hard to go to a certain areas when you were in LA because you were getting caught up. And I always tried to stay away from trouble. Though I knew what I could defend myself. I was always, you know what I mean, with the Fusca, you know what I mean? I was prepared, loaded, ready, you know? But did it come down to that, you know? Why would I come down to that if I had to go put gas and, you know, why would I be there? Why not go to another direction? Avoid conflict, you know? And that's the best way to do it, you know? So how do I feel about it? To the nitty gritty? Son morenos, that's them. I'm raza, this is me, I'm okay, you know? I'm all right. Ahí están. I ain't busted no more. Well, I ain't got to worry about a handshake or whatever. I ain't torcidos, homes. If they offer me food, I take it, dog. You know, my neighbors are Creole, dog. They cook some bomb soul food, dog. And I love soul food, dog. So what, I'm going to reject it because they have a little bit of dark skin on them? They have curly hair, green eyes, you know? They're not morenos, pero son morenos. So I'm going to deny their meal. You know, I'm not going to keep trucha for their granddaughter. I'm not going to keep alert for their grandkids. And just because they're that color, dog, I'm going to be scanning. Oh, well, that's them, homie. Let their own people take care of. Nah, homies, you're descarado, dog. What does that have to do with their kids have to do, the safety of their kids have to do with your ways, homie? You know? Don't think like that. It's feeding. You know, we're all right. We cool. Keep it feeding. You know, they used to do this. We do this. Feed me. De aquellas. Over there, I'm over here. We cool. We straight. We feed me, dog. You know, they'll say, well, what would happen if he comes, your daughter comes with the moreno, this and that? That's her life, homie. She has to live with the comments, the curses. She's gonna have to deal with individuals that don't understand life, dog, you know? This the vatos all moreno with this afro, whatever, that's her prerogative, homie, you know? As long as the vato works or a business owner or whatever, then that's them, homie. They gonna have to deal with the mix of the kids, dog. They're gonna have to hear it, dog. They're gonna have to hear it. Not me. I'm feeding them. You know what I mean? I'll take care of the kids. It's feeding me. You know, it's all right. Teach them about the cultura, homie. Make sure that that boy's a solid bodybuilding, straight, low pro haircut, looking all female, looking all fly, looking like a freaking caramel dog. You know, I'll be feeding, that's them, dog. You know, but when you become mature and wise, homes, you understand all these things, dog. I have a lot of black friends in the lowrider community. A lot, homie. They're good gente, dog. You know? And it's always best to be the peacemaker. But at the same token, you know what I mean? You're feeding me. Brad says, no way, Jose. That's okay, dog. You know? That's all right. That's your prerogative, homes. You know what I mean? If and indeed you be a culero and you could shoot out your daughter because she's with the half Cree or whatever, homes, and damn, homies, you know, you did the best that you could, Jose. You did the best that you could. It's up to them. All the flecha you gave them, it's up to them, dog. Just like you want her to be something, you want them to pick up your career. I want you to be like this. I want you to. The kid ain't gonna want to be like that. He probably ain't gonna want to be a foreman, a welder, a pipe fitter, whatever the case might be. You know what I mean? Now everybody's different. Everybody's different to their thoughts and their theories. But I'll tell you this much, Holmes, if you were to neglect your daughter because of that, dog, then you're straight culero, dog. You can't stand yourself, homie. That's the bottom truth, dog. You could teach your kids, you could teach them about your raza, your cultura, and everything, dog. But you gotta understand they have their own thoughts, their own minds, and their own heart and their own spirit, dog. You know, people like that, dog. It's like, you know, it is what it is. It's feedback. Teach them the best that I can. You know. I hope que todo salga bien. That she's healthy. She goes out and makes her life, homes. You know what I mean? And I always tell her, hey, stick to your cultura, stick to your raza. Make sure that the guy's a business owner. Make sure he's straight. Make sure he does this. Make sure he does that. And he takes good care of it. And that's feeding, you know? But hey, that's my thought and theory about it. Let them be. I stay me. I'm all right. They're not here in front of my cantona. They ain't giving me hell. We all right. We straight, dog, you know? If and indeed, then you got to do what you got to do, dog. But don't hold it accountable for the rest of the gente. How would you like if they held it accountable what the homeboys did to them? To all Mexicans, dog, you know? Just got to keep through, homie. You gotta have knowledge and you gotta have wisdom. Uh, you need edu you need education. Money doesn't make you smart. No, homie. But it's good to have stability, dog. It's good to have finances. It's good to have everything, a roof over your head, dog. Doesn't mean to be rich like that. Just stable, financially stable. You know, that they could enjoy their life. That they ain't living from paycheck to paycheck. If they ain't living like the way that we used to live, homes, depending on the parents, depending on this. No, if he has his feria, if he has goals, if he has a career, an establishment, that's bomb, dog. How are you gonna hook up with somebody that doesn't have goals and establishment, dog? Then what are you gonna do? You have it, they don't. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna end up carrying that person. I'd rather for that person to meet up in the same kind of road, the same kind of measures as my kids. As my son, he's 17. He runs the business. That's his now. The the warehouse, the office, the cutting of the machine, that's his. I don't expect for him. I wouldn't want for him to just marry a freaking tamalera in the corner, you know? I want him to marry somebody that's knowledgeable, that's wisdom, compatible, that they're able to share their dreams, their visions, and their goals, and to go chase life and go travel and go do things. But if they don't have that same mindset, then what's the use of it, dog? You're gonna be struggling all along. You're gonna be struggling all along. But if that person has finances, has their life in order, they're getting their life in order, everything's being established, their goals and their dreams and their careers coming together, then dale gas, homie. Doesn't mean to be rich, you know? Doesn't mean that, you know? Uh hey homie, I said tapetes from 17 till I was 35. You sold tapetes? All right, all right. All right, all right. Clashing off different mentalities and dreams. Órale, dale gas, homie. Somebody that's equal to him, of course. Education means nothing. Some individuals go to college for years and end up working at McDonald's. Yes, Angel. That's very important, dog. And that's what I teach my kids, dog. You know? Make sure you know what you want and what you're going to chase and what you're going to pursue. With my son, dog, we've been um we've been we've been on them, dog, forever, and we prepared them. And of course, there's been times where um we haven't we've had issues because he's a teenager. We understand that, dog. But if we could establish something for him and hand it to him and he could take care of it, then why not? You know, none of this stuff that you have, you're going to take with you when you go into the afterlife. Homie. None of this that you have or what you work for, whatever, it's irrelevant, dog. All you leave behind is just the memories, dog. But I do know this, Holmes. I do know by the time I end up sick and I end up in my dying bed, Holmes, I'm going to say, hey, thank you, God. Thank you for letting me raise these kids as the best that I can. These children weren't mine to begin with. They were mine because they were part of my blood, my seed, and everything. But in reality, it was your gift. It was your blessing that you gave us with these kids. It wasn't just me. And able to be a father, and able to be an OG, to live all that whole life, that whole desmadre, that whole mayhem where you just lost and bound and went crazy for months, and to end up with your kids, a familia, a roof over your head, a business, an establishment, dog. That's a blessing. So I do know that by the time I end up in my dying bed and all that, and I ain't gonna worry about how much is in my bank account. I'm not gonna worry about how many degrees I got, homie. I'm just gonna be thankful for I finished the mission. What was that? To raise up kids, to be right, to push forward in life, never give up, be positive, don't be negative, and give the best advice that you can. And I always talk about the man upstairs. Excuse me. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be eligible to have none of this. Many times I found myself in front of judges. It was 3 times. It was 2 times that I fought 3 life sentences. Twice, though. One of them was 25 to life. 2 of them, 24 to life. The other one was 35 to life for the habitual criminal act. Nowhere am I supposed to be out. Nowhere near this time was I supposed to be out. But by the grace of God that he opened up those doors and I was able to make it out alive, Holmes, I make sure that I would have to make that commitment to change my life. With that change came a lot of heartache, struggles, setbacks, understanding. It was like a new baby. It was mentally, because I had to adapt to society. I had to adapt to the things that what life was really about. Not no 100 miles per hour without the windshield, gang banging, doing robberies, doing that whole desmadre. It wasn't about that. It wasn't about the fast life of selling this and selling that and coming up, go to the hotel, go to the strip clubs, go to the casinos, come back, do and repeat. Wake up all hungover and again go buy a whole brand new wardrobe set of ropa and just use it once and you lose it. And life wasn't about that, Holmes. It wasn't about that. Life is to enjoy it. Life is to be pleased with whatever you have. Be content. Be okay. He's going to see you through. If you get responsibilities under you and they're under your wing, then you got to do and you got to man up. You got to put those childish things away and really pursue happiness. You know, my best meal, I eat a lot, as you can tell. Look at me. I love eating. I love eating, you guys. I've been to a lot of restaurants. I love eating. I don't drink. I don't fragar. I don't pistear. I don't, a little toque here and there. I don't do that. And I love eating. But my best meal, my best honest meal was one day when we were working hard and it was harsh. We were working so hard in our booth, and it was an Uptown Waiter show, and we're putting everything away, and here comes the sheriffs. We got to put all the merchandise away and all that, and we uh we end up packing everything up, and we're like, man, we're tired, we're hungry, and we make big bank. We make big bank. How much we made? Like 8-9 grand, I think. I think around there. I don't remember. It was in the thousands. And we left. We're like, where we gonna go eat at? We're hungry. We were all dirty, tirados and everything, all smelly and all that. And the wife said, it's okay. I got it. So we all got up and tried to help her. And we had some beans there. We put the beans and put some queso, and we had a bowl of beans with some queso mexicano. That meal right there with my familia, and we were all tirados, all dirty, all tired, was the best meal I've ever had in my life. Because I understood that finances and money and everything could have bought me a filet mignon. We could have gone to Del Rey and Pico Rivera where the meals are freaking $100 a plate or whatever. But to be able to enjoy this meal with the humble heart, a humble spirit, and be grateful and thankful, that was it. That topped that off. It was on head, dog. These responsibilities, these things that we get, and these overheads and gente that we get under our wings, and all these bills and all the whole desmadre that goes by you and all that, dog. It's always gonna go by you, dog. It's always gonna be there. But the blessings, your cash outs, is when you're next to the ones that you really truly love. Homie. That's the cash out. That's happiness. See, they always ask me, hey, bro, are you going to get your 64? You're going to get this? You're going to get that? I could get that. That's not a problem. But do you know what I love to do, homie? I love to go into the middle of the desert, dig a hole, put some wood, put the metal rack, throw in some carne asada, homie, and have my kids around me, my wife around me, the family around me, the cousins around me. That's the best time. They go off into the desert, into the quads, and come back. They get the fuscas and do what they need to do out there by the rocks and and whatever. Do their whole desmadre, come back all full of mud, smiling. All you see is their bright teeth and their eyes because they're all full of mud from the quads and all that. Say, hey, Dad, give me a taco. Can I get a taco? Rinse off your hands, fool. You know what I mean? Here you go. I roll it up. I cook it on the floor. Right there off. We're all kicking back in that circle. Nightfall starts coming in. You can see the stars. And all you see is just the fire, homie. Snapping of the fire and people talking and your gente talking and your kids are talking. That's the best times for me. That's what I love to do. You feel me? So when you get blessed with your kids and all that, homes, do the best that you can, dog. You can't be playing hide and go seek and take off and leave the kids behind and all this and that. You could guide them to the best that you can, homes. The best you can. But at the end, they're going to make the final decision. How many people that you've known that their dad was good and their mom was good and the freaking kid turned out to be a freaking pinto, tecaton, lost? They did the best that they could, homes. That's the best they could. What are they going to do? Bash themselves, go freaking, put themselves down. Oh, man, what did I do? Where did I go wrong? You did the best that you can, homes, that you did. To me, my last dying breath, homie, hey, gracias, man. Gracias. Thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity. And the decisions that they make, led by example. That's it, dog. So, when your daughter comes with a Filipino, whatever, not that weak this way. You did the best you could, homie, It's all right. Get over it. I'm feeding. It's feeding me, dog. Not pedo. Don't trip on that. You did the best that you could. As for you to stay brown, then stay brown. For you to stay black, then stay black. Not that, homes, you know? As long as you show by example, you're all right, homes. But my best times is in the desert, homie. Out there in the middle of nowhere. Get away from everybody, homes, you know? And be thankful and be blessed for what you have. Be thankful, homie, you know? Is that right or wrong?
Yep, that's
Let's
true.
bump that jam.
Life is precious. Don't take it for granted. Tomorrow is never promised. My family is my heart.
Right?
Hmm. Facts.
What else? What other question?
Uh, they're just saying yes, amen. Say it loud. You keep speaking.
There you go. Or when you're in your dying bed, nah. You'll be like that person that the spouse came up and she's in her last dying breath. And the husband saying, forgive me, forgive me. And she says, sácate de aquí. Nunca te perdono. I'll never forgive you. Wow, homie. That's deep, dog. That's deep, homie. That's deep, dog. And then right after that, that person went home. Imagine. Right when that happened, man, I thought about it. Like, snap. Did God tell her the same thing as soon as she closed her eyes? No, homie, I'm straight, dog. We cool, dog. We cool. We cool. We blessed, homie. And I want you to be blessed. Stop doing the drive-by. Yeah, homie. Ora paisa. Yeah, what's up, homie? No soy paisa, soy Chicano, homie. But hey, that's my raza, dog. I can't deny my raza. Thank you, Susie. That's right. Life is precious. Don't take it for granted. Tomorrow's promise not Lorraine. That's right, homie. Let me see what else did
Uh, Hispanics can really teach the world what family is.
what happened?
Hispanics can really teach the world what family is.
Yeah. Venus says love doesn't have a color. My father would say that. That's right. Is this Mexico? Simon que sí, homie. Welcome, homie. Welcome, me. Tacos right here. Hispanics can really teach the world what family is. Yes, dog. Yo soy un disco. Órale, dale, homie. Dale. What kind of disco, homie? What's in it, dog?
That's my
Yo
father.
tengo chicle en la nuca, he says. Sí, homie. ¿Tienes algo bueno para mí? Well, what is it, homie? That's my father's jam. He did that behind the old walls. Look like Superfly. Car and all. That's right. What is this? ¿Qué tal? Mis tacos de MSG. Son los mejores. Yeah. Hey, great channel. Hey, thank you, homies. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, thank you guys. Am I Latino? Chalecos, homie. Soy Chicano. Are you a Latin king? No. I'm a king of my own domain, homie. Hey, soy Chicano. Thank you guys. Saludos from Marisa, homeboy. That's what's up. I like your shirt. Where's it from? This shirt, if you log into my account for Rockin Chicano, we sell them, homie. These are new designs from Cowtop. I'm one of the designers, one of their advisors. Bigger collars, looser necks, and bigger in the arms, you know. So check it out. Rockin Chicano. ROCKIN Chicano, homes. That's right.
Lorena said, I love my son Michael with all my heart. He got in a lot of trouble back in the day. Tried to help him as much as I could. He was only 17, went to prison, and he passed away in prison.
You got.
Unalive.
Oh man.
Yes, love that look, OG. Reminds me of the homies.
Síguele.
Yeah, not perfect either at all. Nope, no one's perfect.
Let's bump
Se
some
ve
Brentwood.
genial. Great channel, carnal.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Dispensa.
Sorry, we have like three
We
different.
have I have three different things going on this one, and on the studio I have five things going on. But thank you guys for tuning in.
Sapo in the house. What's
Sapo,
up,
what's
Gil?
up? Gracias, June. Gracias. Gracias. Can women wear this shirt? Simon, look, I got the cutoff shirts. También. Those are coming in about 3 weeks. Those are cutoffs, for the hyenas. You know what I mean? So I got them coming.
Looking fresh, Chicano
Chicano
hermano in
hermano
the
raza.
house.
That's right. Gracias. Yes, girls wear with the sports bra or crop top. Simon. Pat, what's up, Pat? What's cracking, homie? Saludos. Brenton Wood was Chicano. Can't tell me different. Rest in peace, Theo. Yeah, dog. I like to say he was grumpy towards the last of his years, dog. He was grumpy, Pero hey,
What's up, Victor?
look at all the holly, dog. Look at all the stress he had to deal with, homie. That's a lot of holly, dog. And then the last what? 3-4 years before he passed, he got picked up on a commercial. His career blew up even more again before he passed, dog. But he was real cool, dog. He was real feedman, dog. I would always see him at the shows, and I would be right there next to them. San Antonio, Texas in the house. What's up, man? ¿Qué huele? Saludos. Hey, vato. Can you, user 2048. He says he could keister a limón. Estás pesado, fool. Damn, homie. Frutero el vato, homie. The vato life, he was the most waste time that I had done in my life. Yeah, dog. That's true, Holmes. That's the truth, dog. Yeah, that's right. Saludos. I put your page on my Facebook site. Gracias, man. That's right. Gracias, Daniel. Jambalaya, what's up, man? Saludos from Highland Parque.
That's
Good
right.
evening, Maria and Anthony and kids. Lisa, hey, what's up, man? Hey, gracias for tuning in. Thank you, man. Lexington, Kentucky. Salute, homies. Hey, thank you guys. Hey, do me a paro and, Cuba from Carlsbad, from Carlos Malo, homie. 5 years when he got in. Oh, all right, all right. Hey, do me a paro and a frajo. All my friends passed from gangbang. They're all coming in. That's right. Do me a paro and tap that screen on that TikTok, homie. I only got 6,000 likes, homie. I gotta be hitting about 40, homie. Just going down, homie. Vámonos, dog. Do me that paro. Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Hey, YouTube yarda, homie. Dispensa, I don't talk politics or talk about other men like that, homie, and sabotage them and bash them and then go hide, homie. I don't play keyword dispensa, dog, but if you could do me a paro, share, like, and subscribe, and tell your gente about me. Hey, we feed me, dog. Hey, gracias. It's greatly appreciated. But there's other channels that they're out there. They be talking about other vatos, homies, the comadrismo spirit, you know what I mean? They're there for you guys, you know what I mean? But I'm not like that. But if you're here, homies, do me a bottom and share, like, and subscribe, homie. What else?
Southgate in the house. Cuba OG, what's the stream about? Just positive.
Oh, just positive, dog. Just talking about. They asked a question about the raza and all that, and we talked about just living that life, homie. Living a good, firme life with your kids, and be grateful and thankful for the opportunities, the responsibilities that's been given to you as a man, dog. You know what I mean? To run with that bad boy, homies. 575 in the house. Que onda? Shout outs to my late David Dilo. What's up? He passed in October. Hey, shout outs to Dilo, homie. Rest in paz, homie. Paz descanse. What's the beef with La Sleepy and Osita? I don't know. I don't know the beef between them. I stay in my own lane. I talk to all of them. Talk to Rosie, Osita, Sleepy. I don't trip on none of that. You know what I mean? When see them, we ever get together and like, I'm serious. It's freaking business. Let's go record. Let's go do this because all that drama bull crap doesn't go with me. That's straight up, you know. And they respect me. You know what I mean, I could call up any of them right now, you know, and they respect me. It's like, hey, I need this. Let's do this. You know what I mean? Let's not goof around. Let's do this and do that. They're all feed me. You know what I mean? But the one that I run with and I hop out the most is Rosie. That's one thing for sure. And one thing about Rosie, she she opens up the conectas. Here, look, Anthony, this is what I got. This is for this. This is for that. This is in Vegas. This is the event for this. This is the promoter. That's one thing about her, huh?
Yep.
That's one thing about her. She's always open like that, dog.
She's never like
That's
just for
right.
herself.
Just be people to the wife as well. Never forgot where you're from. Where are you? And
Where you going?
that's right. That's right. That's right.
Christina said positive real talk. That's
Yeah.
right. Alex Piñon says saludos to you and the family.
Need positive. Just came home from 12 years. Attica, Sing Sing. Only. Keep it going, dog. Keep it going, Brian. Don't stop, homie. Uh, Whatever trials and tribulations you're going through, dog, remember, them people out in there are not the people out here, dog. They don't understand. All that respect and all that, they don't understand. It's not the same kind, dog. Not the same kind. They ain't gonna speak to you like the way we're used to, dog. They're not gonna speak. Their language won't be the same. The way they carry themselves is not gonna be the same. It's a whole different freaking world, dog. Especially doing a little bit over a decade, Holmes. It's shocking, dog. You know, it's gonna blow your mind. It's probably did already, but it's okay. You gotta adapt to it, and you gotta be able to. One thing, don't rush into things, dog. Don't rush into things. Go with it. Go with it. Flow with it. You know. There's this individual. I'm not bashing him. You know. He's a female TikToker and Instagram vato, and he's hungry. He's hungry. He's hungry. He's hungry for his life. He's called Mention Wheels and Tires or something. That's what it says, right? Mention Wheels and Tires. I'll pull up on you. You know what I mean? And he's starting to make his career like that. And he was out for almost a year. And not too long ago, man, that guy came out all black and blue and all that, you know, and he put his boss on blast because they were letting him go, you know. And he goes, oh, and his boss was still kind-hearted with him. And I know the intentions was to really put his boss on blast, but his boss was doing him a favor. See, you might not know that, but when they cut you loose, homie, they release you from your jale, they fire you or whatever, and they get rid of you, dog. That's a blessing to you. You should never take it personal, Holmes. And this vato's like, oh man, you know, and he's like, oh man, you know, the way he carries himself and all that, which I'm not bashing the homeboy. That's not this kind of talk show. But his business is booming, dog. His business is gone. It's freaking 1000%. But what lacks there is people skills, communication, understanding, patience. You get that, and you get your business, you're unstoppable. Nothing's gonna stop you. Not that this business is holding up, but understanding and communication with individuals. And that takes time. That takes months and even years to communicate, to understand. I'm thankful that right when I got out, I didn't get the business right away. It took time. It wasn't just, let me go get it, which I could have gotten it. But what's the use of me forcing into a business when I have no clue about business? Me la voy a rifar and I need the money. We need the money. That's true. That's understandable. You have no other way out. You need the finances. But what about if you start getting wisdom and knowledge? how to network with individuals, how to connect, how to grow even bigger. Where you just don't have to scream in the screen on the TV and, hey, Ben's ties to bed. Why doesn't the word of mouth run out for you? When do you see me here? Hey, let me check it out. Hey, you know that I could do that. I could do that. That's fine. But I'd rather have some communication and understanding, so you know what I'm all about. So you know what Rockin Chicanos is all about, Holmes. That's way better, but that takes time, homie. You know, I wouldn't want to come up here all black and blue, and it's like, oh man, what happened? Well, you should see the other guy, which is fine. I get it. But you run a business at the same time. You got to be representable. You got to be professional about certain things. And I say all that to say this, not to bash the young brother. May God bless him, you know? But I say all that to say this to the homeboy that just got out. That you ain't supposed to lack. People skills, communication, networking, understanding, just righteous communication. Thank you for joining the fan club. Thank you guys. Communication and understanding, and have wisdom and knowledge goes a long freaking way, homie. A long way, dog. You could spark up a conversation with whoever. Hey, how you been? Hey, cool, cool. You know? Don't worry about the sales. The sales are gonna make the sales itself, homie. You know? But if I could speak and speak some knowledge and some truth here, homes, my product is gonna sell. God always looks out for me. It's okay. It's feed me. I know I go out there and like, hey, what's up? And I clown around and get my little joke on. And you guys see the filming of the ramflas and all that. And we have a good time. But I don't have to worry about my business like that, because God always takes care of it right in the right time. Sometimes I'm low, sometimes I'm high, sometimes in the middle, and sometimes I drop again. But it's okay. It's never dropped so bad where it's vanishes, because this business he gave to me. So, with all that being said, Holmes, us that been incarcerated, us that been done all this time, is it just important to build the business, or is it more important to build communication and understanding and friendship and relationship with individuals, so they can grow, so they can move? So every time somebody gets out, you can speak the clecha, not just through the business, but have communication and understanding with people. You can never change the individuals just like that. The people that been out here all this tiempo, when you think that you think that you could change them because of your character or the way you want to be or force yourself. Oh, I demand respect. They don't understand that. Being behind bars and walls and all that, they have no freaking clue. Might as well be speaking about the freaking Incas, like George Lopez said. Might as well speak about the freaking Incas. Nobody cares, dog. And it's the truth. But when you understand that and you analyze that and you take that bad boy and you run with it, hey, you make the best of your life, homie. You run with that bad boy. May the doors all open up, and next you know, feed me. You're gonna be flowing all smooth. Just be flowing all feed me. Takes about 5 years, dog. I tell everybody, it takes about 5 years. All 5 years, I don't got 5 years. Yes, you do, homie. You had 12 to go give to the state. Why can't you give yourself 5 years, homie? Get rid of that mentality. Get rid of that aggressiveness, or get rid of that hardness and that prideful spirit and that prideful heart, homie. Let that crap go, homie. It's okay. Oh, I used to sell dope. Look, big dog. When I paroled this last time, when I paroled, when I was running the streets, I had money and I was broke. Oh, thank you for the gifts, Amy. Thank you. I had money and I had money and I didn't have money. I knew how to get the money quick. I knew how to cut it up, get the connect, and go. You know what I mean? It was fast. Then go claim unemployment, go work for the union under the table, and whatever it did, I always made money. I knew how to make it fast, and it went fast. But this last time that I got out, one of my conditions of parole was to apply for GR. Me? GR? Hell no. Hell no. But those were some of the conditions within, I think, 10 years. I don't know if they still do that. And you had to go to their classes and you had to go attend all kinds of bull crap, you know? And when I paroled, I had to go to the office down the street. Do you know how embarrassing that was, Don? Do you know how embarrassing that was for me? Because I didn't rely on man like that, Holmes. I could take care of myself. I could hustle, but they wanted you to go attend courses and classes where it was preventing you from getting a job, a full-time job. So I had to go down to the GR and go apply for it only one time, just to register. You had to go register, and end up going. And you know what I told the the lady in the counter when she started um when she started speaking. Oh, thank you for the gifts, Amy. When she started speaking to me, I said, man, you know what? I apologize. It was a condition of parole. I had to come out here. I have to take these classes. And you know what? I feel so freaking ashamed that I got to do this, you know? I'm a man. I know how to do my things. I know how to hustle. I know how to get all this. She goes, you probably do. But the condition of parole that you have to apply through this, you know? I'm like, yeah, I get it. I grabbed that money and gave it to my kids. I didn't trip on it, you know? I got a holly. I started getting a holly here and there. And you know, I was able to pay the rent and all that, right? And I did. I bought me a little bit of clothes when I could, and it was very hard for me. It was very freaking hard for me when I paroled. But see, here's the thing, Holmes. They had chocolate sales, Christmas tree sales. They had um, we had to go play security. We had to go sell chocolates in front of the stores through the men's home. And I had to be a part of all this. Do you know how humiliating that was, homie? Avato on parole with tattoos with my tank top because I had no clothes. Just to go over there and be part of the church, the organization, because the condition of the parole was anger management and all that bullcrap for your violent past and all that. And the church was writing it off for free. Yeah, you get write-offs through the church. They write it off. Well, you don't gotta go pay for the classes, but you gotta go attend all their projects. So I had to go over there in front of people and like, man, would you like to buy a chocolate, man? You know, me, a parolee, a vato that's freaking just down and out and just full of anger. Do you know how much that? It's a mosquito. Do you know how much that took out of me, Holmes? A lot. But it humbled me, dog. That was a humbling experience. I got to meet people. I got to speak to people. I got to tell them my story. What's your story, fool? Well, this is my story, you know? I'm a three-striker. I did about 14, 15 years in prison, in and out, whoop-de-whoop. This is what happened to my firstborn and this, that, and, you know, and I'm here. I went mentally insane for 3 months, but hey, God took care of me and I'm here. I'm selling chocolates in front of food for this. It humbled me, dog. It humbled me a lot. I didn't want to do it. I'm a freaking ex-convict. How dare you insult me to put those chocolates in my hand to go sell them? Me? You freaking out of your rabbit ASS mind. But I had to do it. I humble myself. Like, you know what? Just go freaking do it. Just go do it. And the people there like, yeah, let's just go home. Just we lived that hardcore life. We lived all that games. We know who we are. If a fight breaks off, you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna handle business. Let's just go sell these chocolates. Let's go. Hey, would you like to buy a chocolate for the ministry? Would you like to buy a chocolate for our church? You know, and it's like, man, the funny thing, the church had luxury vehicles because the main brothers and the deacons and the pastors and all that, they had their own businesses, you know? And one of the brothers told me, look, Holmes, I'm gonna be straight up with you. And he said it fast. He was from Coachella. Look, Holmes, I'm gonna just say it fast and just pay attention. I'm not gonna repeat myself twice, okay? You're gonna come out. God's gonna handle. He's gonna take care of you. You're gonna look out for him. He's gonna open up some doors. You gotta humble yourself. Let go of yourself. Don't worry about it. Don't trip. Your homeboys and your whole body, everybody's gonna talk about you, but it's okay. God has your back because He's had your back all this time. Okay? You're gonna open up a business, you're gonna have this big old thing, and then you're gonna go out there and go speak to people, and you're gonna help out people just like the way that we've been doing it. You're gonna do it upon other people. You might not understand it, and you ain't gonna understand it till the time comes. And when the time comes, you're gonna be like, damn, that vato was right. So buckle up, let go of your heart or cold heart, let it go, humble yourself, and it'll be easier and it'll go faster. Man, he wasn't lying. It was the truth. Everything what he said, it was the truth. And he was from Coachella. So let go of those hard carácter. Carácter means attitude. Let go of that. You'll be okay. And learn how to adapt. It takes about 5 years, homie, but you'll be okay. And you're wise. You're trucha. Get your hustle on. Do it right. Have clean money, clean hands. You'll be good, homes. And don't jump into a relationship just quick, homie. Work on yourself first. Because when you work on yourself first, you won't have no issues trying to delegate the luggages that you're bringing into that relationship, homie. You know who you are in the relationship, you know? So, truchas, don't just settle down real quick. Figure it out. Everything will be okay, Holmes. And I got your back, Holmes. If you need anything, let me know, Holmes. Hope you're still on here, dog. What's his name? Brian?
Yeah, right. Blessing was building a community around you. God bless.
Am I a motivated speaker? No, but I guess I am. Do I sell filetos? Some, but not those, dog. I can't. Those I can't. The cutest deal on YouTube. Grazie. Yeah, that's right.
That's
Lee. That's right. That's
Hot
right.
Wings says hello.
Facts.
I love Chicanos.
Hot Wings says hello. Hey, what's up, man? Blessings was building a community around you. That's right. You were from Arizona. I have I have 2 more years then, bro. Reach it. Oh, what's
That's
up, Marty?
Oh, come on, Marty.
Excuse me. What up, Marty? Marty, the one-man party. How Marty?
What's up, Marty? How you feeling?
Marty. Can I say your story, Marty? With your permission? Marty, can I say your story? I love your story, homie. I love your family. They're crazy. But can I say your story, Marty? He has a hardcore story. You know?
He does.
What does he say?
Let me see what he say.
What's up, brother? Like the way you're talking, the word, bro. Let me know, Marty. How's the boxing going? Okay, he's just training. Bullhead City, Arizona in the house. What's up, man? You sound like a straight up vato. Respect. I am, Jason. I don't trip on nobody, dog. You know what I mean? They look at me like, hey, what's up? Mucho gusto, you know? Go for it, Marty. Homie, your words have changed my life. I used to be an alcoholic, but due to working hard, I've sobered for a year. Thanks for being real. Oh, Denver Chicano. That's right, fool. That's right. Let's give it up for Denver Chicano. That's right, dog. That's right, homie. That's right, dog. Good looking out. Marty, the one-man party. He's a good homie. Listen, dog. Listen, Brian. I think his name was Brian, right? Listen, Brian. My homeboy Marty was a tough guy, dog. My homeboy Marty was a one-man party. Literally. He was a one-man party. He just did his own self. He backed away from his family. He had one brother, two brothers, I say, but he had a total about, 9 brothers, I think? 13 brothers. And he just did him. His Hina followed him wherever he went. His Hina would get him anything he wanted. They pushed, they did everything together. Everything was feeding dog. But he still kept on living that life, homie. He still kept on living that life. Kept on living that life. Kept on living that life, homie. Sure enough, when he settled down, when he started pulling back and doing freedom and all that, crisis came into his familia. His Heina, they received some bad news, homie. As much as he tried to fight it, much as he begged God and hey, I've changed, I've done this, God, I've done that, and he wouldn't listen to him. This Heina loved God, his wife loved God, loved him a lot, gave him a familia, cantona, they did everything. And God said, I'm taking her home. And he took his wife home. Now he's there by himself, understanding, fighting with his emotions, his feelings, mad at God at times, but yet he knows he respects him. See, sometimes, homie, here's the thing, dog. Sometimes you might not understand what's taking place, but sometimes harsh things happen like that in your life to catch your attention, dog. See, the man upstairs, homie, he cares so much about you that he ain't even concerned about your partner because your partner's going to heaven. He knows your partner's going to heaven, homie. But see, if these things don't happen, then you lost your soul. What if I make this movida? What if I give her a chair up here in her gown and a robe up here in heaven? He has no choice but to follow. He has nobody else but to pursue. He has nobody else in this world that believes on him and treats him with love and respect like the way she did. And he could search this whole wide world. He'll never find somebody like her. You want her? You say you loved her? Then you do what is right. You pursue me with your whole heart. God damn. That's deep, dog. That's deep, Marty. That's one for you, dog. Respects and saludos to you, homie. You're a true freaking man, dog. Tupac said, it's gonna take a man to conquer that insanity. That's a man, homie. You're a freaking man. I salute you, vato. Staying clear, staying sober, staying straight, homie. I salute you, fool. That's having tanates, homie. Because I don't know what I would have done, dog. I probably would have gone back into the world and go to get locals and go back to the pinta and F the whole world, dog. But sometimes it takes stuff like that to really get your attention. Thank you, Marty, for letting me speak. Thank you, Marty, for letting me use your story, homie. Because I know you're a good brother, homie. That's deep, dog. Some people need to hear it here. That Vato just got out of prison, dog. People can't get their mind and their story straight, dog, and their life straight, homie. That helped them out. Marty, you're freaking down fool, dog. That's pesado, homie. Much love. Was that deep?
Yeah.
That's the truth. That's the freaking truth, dog.
Jason said, God doesn't always give you what you want, but he gives you what you need.
Damn. Battles are to pull you closer to him. Get back to your path. That's deep. Thank you, Marty. Angie, that's hard, huh? He calls me at times. I don't know what to tell him. I can't. I don't know what to tell my homeboy. Sometimes I dodge his phone calls. And when I'm ready, hey, what's up, carnal? What's up, homie? You know?
Because it's hard.
It's hard. What am I supposed to tell him? You know what I mean? It just, the times like, hey, God, you take care of him. You deal with them, you know? You deal with him. You comfort his heart, you know?
He said, love you guys. That's crazy.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, Cesar said, I've been sober for 3 months. Holler at me, Theo. It's Caesar from LA. What's up, Caesar?
Caesar, 3 months. That's right, dog. That's right, homie. That's deep, dog. That's sweet, man. But sometimes I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know what to tell my homeboy Marty.
I know.
And it's like, oh, man.
But, sometimes it's like he probably just needs to
Yeah,
get his mind.
mind straight, mind right, and and yeah, I'll go out to lunch or whatever. I'm down for whatever, but at times it's like, God, take care of him, fill up that void, you know what I mean? And I know he's doing good. I know he ain't out there partying. I know he ain't doing drogas like that. He's straight, But that's deep, huh?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's
I look like an extra from American Me. No, Dispensa, thank you, but I wouldn't participate in that story. I can't. I wouldn't. It's hard,
yeah. Um,
Uh,
Jordan said, been sober 8 years, 9 years come June. That's right, Jordan.
Marty, 14 years for me. Gee, that's right, Marty. That's right, dog. As for your other brothers, oh hell yeah, I won't pick up the phone. Charlie.
Yeah.
Your nephews, Charlie, homie. Okay? Get out of here, boo. Yeah, your case is different, dog. I don't care if you're watching Pilio. He's gonna be like, hey,
well,
brother.
but he visited us when we went to
But he
Vegas. He
went
was
to
there.
Vegas to the show, dog. Vato showed up.
Oh,
That's
and
right.
then his son, what's his name? The youngest one showed up too. He always does.
Matthew.
Matthew always like
Matthew,
wherever we're
yeah.
at, he goes with his
That's
wife.
right. Okay, what else?
Uh,
Okay.
Congratulations, Chris. Keep strong. That's right.
I understand my homegirl lost her whole family. Uh, from a different cloth. Cut from a different cloth. Dispensa. God will heal him, Caesar. I've been free from fentanyl for 2 years.
That's right. Yes.
Stay down, fool. No more yap yap for that vato. Get the hell out of here with that crap, huh, big dog? Thank you, homie.
That's right. Keep it up.
Congratulations, homie.
Yes.
Lean not on your own understanding, Venus. Yeah. Uh, carne asada are pretty bomb food. Heck yeah, they are, carnalito.
Oh, carne
Nice.
asada fries. Yeah, the
Hell
bomb.
yeah, hell yeah. I'd rather take that than nachos,
Yeah,
homie.
me too. I'd rather do take the fries than the nachos.
Congratulations, Chris. Keep strong, homie. You watch Colors, the movie? I've seen it. Sock chick already, Joey.
I like
Ah,
Joey.
damn, Joey. Can you change a tire or do you hire? I could do it, bro. I built a lot of things, dog. I built pads. I've done all kinds of things, dog. I like to. I just pulled down the street, dog, at my homeboy's shop. I showed it to you guys. Just get it out and put some new rims and tires. They got the machine, you know. But if I had to, I'd do it. I've done it. Of course, I've done it. That's right. That's right. Um,
Oh,
Jesus saved me. He visited me in a dream. Caesar. That's right, homie. I heard a powerful message from Pastor Jack Hibbs from Chino Hills. All right.
that's right. Angelina Marie said, Happy New Year to Anthony and your beautiful family.
Was I locked up with Toker? Which Toker, homie? My homeboy Toker from Norwalk or the rapper? Because I didn't do time with that vato. Viva Cristo Rey.
Okay.
That's right.
Marty said, Thank you for the words. It really shows people like you guys to lift me up. Thank you, Jesus. But it really shows us that no matter what you're going through, because that's a hard case, that we have to keep pushing, and that's what you do because you're always, around your kids and your grandkids. You're really, pushing for a better life for you and your family. So thank you so much, Marty, for being a friend, and thank you, for allowing us to share your testimony. Because look, a lot of people are saying like, I've been sober for 6 months, 7 months. So this is what it's all about. Like,
Yeah.
this is what the channel's about.
Anthony said, I heard very powerful message from Pastor Jack Hibbs from Chino Hills that said, yeah, dog, but Trucha, homes, I had to Google that up. Yeah, he has some charges, homie. Be careful with that vato, dog. Hey, Truchas, homie. And when you hear that kind of stuff, you just got to be careful, dog. But the message still going to be the message, homie, from Brown side. Oh, no, dog. But I know his gentes. I know all his gente. The people, we knew his canton out there in Mexico, dog, when we did the shows and all that. He was all right, dog. No offense, but I look like I was in Blood In, Blood Out. That was comedy, dog. That movie's pretty good. I like it. Saca el foco, Holmes. Nah, dog. I can't. I don't do that no more. It's been about 19 years, dog. Uh Say, oh, gracias for sending the rose, man. Thank you guys. Hey, double tap that screen, man. Hey, gracias, you guys. Junior, God bless. That's right, homie. What's the topic about? Everything, homie.
A little bit of everything.
Chicano Park in San Diego is legit. Okay, all right. I got you. I got you. Let's go with that then, homie. Let's go with that, perro. Who is it? Alacranes?
I think so. Matthew said it. Jesus visits all of the places around the world.
Okay. Ahí te va. He said Chicano Park. So let's go do this, homie. Let's go with that. And maybe some, what's his name? Adan? Show us your eyes. They say, I can't, homie. I can't. No, I
He
read
keeps
them.
asking that question.
Man. Be like that Heina yesterday, Clarice, on Facebook.
She was on here also.
She's all like, hey, you've been ignoring my comment all this time. I'm like, all right, what is it, man? Spencer, because I have a lot of live streams. And she says, what sign are you? Man, I thought she was going to ask me, hey, out of your boxes, did you ever make a fiero when you're in the joint? You know what I mean? Something crazy like that. What's my sign? Orale. You know? Ahí te va.
That's right.
A little piece of land that the Chicano community of Logan Heights wanted to make into a park. A park.
What up, Spaniard friend? Yo. Just want to let you know that I bought one of your Blue Night Sarape rolls from your side. It's been on my chopper for a year now and still just bright as the day I brought it. Hell yeah, dog, that'll work. If anything, you could flip it backwards, homie. Open it up and re-roll it backwards. You'll be all right, dog. Get a new color on it, but it's still, if a whole year, gracias, homie.
Thank you so much.
Tio has those solid blue eyes. Solid Caesar. Nah, they're brown, dog. They're honey brown. God has a plan for all of us, as long as we believe. Simon, found your channel from Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla's channel. Subscribe. I don't know who they are, dog. But gracias for tuning in, homie. Gracias for subscribing. Cigar smoke. Where's the cigar? Where's my cigar?
Do you have? Oh.
Yeah, I got one right there. Hold up.
The boys too young.
They what?
They take them because
they take them because they
they're like, oh, what's you know, like you talk like.
That's chunky. Órale, firme.
I don't see it.
Do I watch Angel Town? No, not really, dog.
No, love, I don't know. What
It's
they
not
did
there?
with it. I don't know what they did with it.
Hey, Daniel. Surprised they haven't arrested the Orange Man. Yeah, dog. It's gonna take time. I mean, look, dog. I'm not here to push that topic, dog. You know? Oh, but your raza, you this. Yeah, I've done my issues. I spoke on it, dog. But in due season, home. You know, things will, just like he had to go to court for them hyenas and all that, and he had to pay all that feria and be convicted. Same thing, dog. It's gonna come back, dog. You know what I mean? In God's time, yeah, that's right. Here you go, dog. Akuan. I've had it there for so long, dog. They're like, hey, you want a cubano, homie? You want a cubano? Yeah, sure. Ahí te va. And it's there, dog. But I don't trip on it. Dog. What's up? What else? What's up, Cheech? Prophecies are being fulfilled, Simon.
Salud. What's up, my G? Saludos and respect from Phoenix.
That's right. Have I tried shroom? Oh, back in the days, homie. Oh, man.
That and more, no?
That and more. Hashish, homie. Oh, my God. I remember. Oh.
Caesar said, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
He's saying to lace it with honey.
You lace it with honey. This one, the brim, I got it from Frank's Hats.
Yeah. Frank's hats is
Yeah.
always
What up,
he
my
has
G?
really good
Saludos and
ones.
respeto from Piniquera. Lace that up with honey, tío. No, I don't. Man, a chamber. Tell us about your
Oh, okay. Ya lo voy a
chamber. Oh, that's your dad, homie.
say goodbye, Chamber.
Uh, saludos desde Ventura. That's right, homie. That's right. Shrooms are the best. You know, cause I take them off from Erica's money's back from them. Yeah, that was great. Um, Spence, I was reading a comment here. There, look, Holmes, all that whole loquera. Um, go ahead.
It's saying, have you seen that red honey from Thailand? That gets you high and more higher when you drink more water. That's crazy. What else are they saying? What's up, David? He's saying saludos, David from
Saludos, homie.
Phoenix.
Okay, ahí te va una. I'm throwing in a little bit of San Diego.
No, but San Diego.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
there you go, San Diego. They were saying Chicano Park. Ahí te va.
All the barrios and to the backbone
All right.
of every man in the barrio. Las chicanitas, compa.
Oh my God, this guy said, no wonder Winnie the Pooh was high from honey.
That's music from San Diego back in the days, dog. That's sick, huh? Shrooms and all that. Look, Holmes. When you're young, and you're wild and you live that lifestyle, homie, you try anything and everything that's in front of you, dog. You know what I mean? All the drogas that come out, it doesn't matter, dog. You know, you live a fast life, so you know you get to experience everything. When there's shrooms, you took the shrooms. When there was spray paint, roll it up or the glue or whatever, and whenever there was yerba, the yerba that we had back then to what we have now is different. Now it's stronger. You know, it's been laced up by all the all the chemicals. You know, and when you went to the bolos, it didn't matter. Ahí te va, homes, you know what I mean? Even trumpets, boil them and be like LSD and the whole desmadre and you know and everything that you could think of. You know, even in prison, um, we you want to get locotes? There's percolectin. What's that? The dry cleaning clothes. Just grab it, grab the sock, and you'll be all locote. You know. They don't have that chemical no more. You know what I mean? It causes cancer, and that's the reason why they don't use that chemical in the clothes. But it gets you high, and all the loqueras that are out there. Oh, thank you for the gifts, you guys. All the loqueras that are out there, you know, you get to experience it, you know, and you're young and dumb and vamonos, you know. To me, I think one of the hardest ones that I've taken was red PCP. That thing was hard, man. It just blew my freaking mind apart, you know. I end up, man, I end up running on the freeway, homes, gang banging on the freeway, running, and the homies had to go tackle me down and drag me back down. Like, damn, that thing was just that's the devil's bloodline right there, you know. And hashish with uh, with soda. So if you don't know what soda is, soda in Spanish, you know, Coca-Cola, you know. And I just say certain things so they don't shut me down here, you know what I mean? But they were hard, homes. All those drogas, and you're just young and dumb, you know. You just, uh, it was just hard, you know what I mean? Uh, it wasn't right, you know. Now that you're wiser and you're older and you understand, like, oh, hell no, dog. You know, no. Smoke heroin, smoke, man, everything that you could think of when it was there, you know what I mean? We chill now? Yeah. Dosidos 313. Come on, vato. ¿Qué onda, Dosidos? You look familiar. Yeah. If I did that Robots or Cantonas or whatever, it wasn't me, homie. Looking at the roads differently now, Simon. Simon que sí.
Good to hear, bro. Take care.
That's right. All
People are
right.
laughing.
They're what?
They're laughing because of what you said.
Yeah.
Thought we looked familiar.
Yeah. Uh, that's why they call you the Rockin Chicano. No, my uncle that passed away named the company Rockin Chicano years ago. Never again will I ever get high. No, no. Even when I'm dreaming sometimes and I'm high on my dream, I get the conviction. They're like, no, no. And I wake up like, what the heck was that? I can't be under the influence. That's crazy. No way. And when you get older, you pay more, carnal. That's right.
Abel said, saludos.
He's a triple OG. You're from East LA. I'm from Southeast LA, carnal. I'm in Norwalk. Born and raised here, dog, my whole life. How old are you, OG? I'm too old, homie. I'm ready for a cane, dog. Oh, hell no. Don't throw that freaking cane away, dog. I'm in my 50s. You stole my Alpine stereo from my Honda CRX. It's you. Alpine, dog? Nah. Back in the days, yeah. If it was a square back, yeah. Yeah, that was me, homie. Back in the days, dog. That's the 80s, homie. The Alpine. Puro pedo, dog. I wouldn't steal the stereo, homes. I stole the car. Shout outs from Chuco Town. What's up, carnalito? One of my favorite old school jams were Slipping Into Darkness. You still young, 80s when you old. Hijo su. I feel lady, carnal. Orale, loco. Puro pinche lowrider. That's right. No Rock Records was the spot, Joey. Yeah, that's right. Seamless. Just kidding, bro. That's right, homie. Hey, let's bump that. Let's bump that,
Let's
homie.
bump a song.
Let's bump that Slipping Into Darkness, the whole thing.
Sending you positive vibes from Fresno, California. That's right, brother. When you get older, you pay consequences. Thanks the Lord that you and me still have a good mind. It's working. That's right.
No. This ain't it. Come on, dog. I want to hear the whole. There you go. They're like preaching in the back. Coming up on 26 years clean. That's right, homie. You're beating me, dog. 26 and sober. No booze, no dope, no drugs, no tweaking, no grass. Thank goodness. User 5011. That's right, dog. I think mine's is 19 or 20, dog. I don't keep track, dog, but I know it's up there. So, saludos. My birthday was in December. I turned 59. That's right, Marty, the one-man party. Let's go with this. Let me see what else. Saludos is Watsonville.
That's right.
Big Watson in the house, homie. Where's the tortas at, homie? Hey, call my son.
No.
Call my son. Daniel. Daniel. He's not answering. Oh, there he is. You ain't gotta go on camera, but you can stay right there. Were you asleep?
Yeah.
They want to know. They got a question for you.
What's up?
Whiskey spray is asking where the tortas at, fool.
Where the tortas at, man?
What's up, dog?
Hey, this fool. Did you tell him what you been doing?
No, but I know you got a girlfriend that's a big old torta. Me no heifer. Her arms are bigger than mine.
That fool tripping.
Her chin looks like the
Never
Great
that.
Wall of China.
Never that, fool.
So he says he don't know though.
Not
right.
here. The tortas ain't here.
That's not here, fool.
Hey, go ahead.
Uh,
Uh, they're laughing. 10 years clean, local. That's right. But I still love my chelas every weekend. That's right, Adrian. Hey, you gotta quit that también, carnal. Come on, homito.
Daniel
Old
said,
school Venice, 1976 clean, 26 years. That's right, carnal. Tortas are the best.
not for the week.
Hijo de su da. Hey, Daniel.
He went back. He
Oh,
ain't
he went
listening
back.
to this.
Hey, but he's asking that, right? Hey, you know what I do, dog? He doesn't show me a picture of his hyena. So I'm like, man, where's his hyena? He goes, because you're going to clown, fool. So, I clown with my kids, right? We have a good relationship. So I'm like, man, screw this fool. So he'll be like half asleep and I'll be on TikTok. And then, you scroll. And I'll be like, damn, I see a papona hyena, big old heifer hyena. Hey, can you do me a favor? And I'll be on TikTok. She goes like, yeah, can you say, hey, what's up, Slick Boy Dan? It's me. And then I'll go to the freaking thing. I go, hey, right when I'm about to throw it in there. And then I open the door, I send it, and I wait. As soon as the door's open, and then I could tell she's gonna about to read her comment. I go, hey, fool. Hey, Daniel. He goes, what's that? Hey, somebody wants to send their saludos, fool. Look. And it's a Mino Papore. She goes, hi, Slick Boy Dan.
That's crazy.
I go, I knew it, fool. Your highness a papona, fool. I knew it, dog. He goes, damn, homie, what the hell? You wake me up for this crap. I go, yeah, what's up with your flica, with your highness, dog? Who is she, is it? And he's all like, damn, you're freaking crazy. But that's what I be doing. Scandalous. I find the biggest heifer. Like, can you say cute to my son? Can you say what's up to my son? His name is Slick Boy Dan. Or say good night to him or something. And I go over there and I wait. And she's reading it. I go, hey, fool, someone wants to say cute. Hey, Slick Boy Dan, what's up?
That's messed up.
Yeah. That's where the tortas are at, Dan. Did he say what's up, fool? Oh, he just turns his head, dog. Shout outs to. Okay, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. Shout outs to. Oh, today's Wonton's birthday. Today's his birthday. He's 20 years old. He said there's a bolo en escondido tonight. All right. Everybody, hey. Congratulations, Wonton. Itakimasa.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Damn, fool.
Those are the palabritas, huh?
Yeah. They be putting all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yo, what's up? King say that he's 20 years sober.
That's right,
20 years clean, that's right, King.
Órale, carnal. Que gacho. That's right, Anthony. Hey, that's
And
cool.
he does it back to back, like, man.
Yeah. Yo, what's up, homie? What's up, carnal? Raiders or Saints? The Raiders, dog.
Haters.
I like this guy. Yeah, that's right, carnal. You guys are firme gente, dog. Except for the ones that try to make some stupid comments in here, you know what I mean? The chirujo stuff.
I think that's,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
My homies are always keeping trucha on me. Thank you. Oh, rest in peace to the homeboy night out. Yeah.
Ruben said tortas are good when it's cold outside.
Burritos o quesadillas?
Sheesh.
Chilaquiles, homie. Burritos are good.
Tacos de Tijuana, those are bomb.
I was joking. I won't do that again. Órale. I like the Raiders. Rugby sport. I like the all right. Cubole. Lucia. You watch Blood In, Blood Out? Yeah, I've seen it. It's all right. What's up with Instagram? TikTok. What's up, man? Double tap that, por favor. Carnalita, las carnalitas, ¿qué tal? Pues saludos a tu compa. All right, man. These guys keep on putting this request to, I guess, do the dance thing.
No, but I think if you would be at a car show, it'd be better because there's more more.
Well, the only time I turned it on, it was a freaking pirujo from
and you
Pakistan.
couldn't get them off.
I couldn't get him off, and
So
he was
don't
dancing
click on
all
it,
freaking,
yeah.
all pirujo. He was all dancing all freaking Like the chimotrufia, homie. What's up, man? What up, Pat? George, what's up, homie? How you been, George? Hey, George, you're going to um
What, George?
Compton. Are you
Oh,
going to
he said,
Long Beach, fool? On the 17th, homie? Are you bringing the ranfla?
a ver qué
What's up,
dice.
Ese? 27 years off paper and clean. God is good. That's right,
That's
Alma.
right.
Man, this Vato dog, he keep on putting the request to dance or whatever and do the battle thing.
The
Man,
man's too tired of battle.
tired of battle. Next thing you know, he's gonna come out with the look again, homie. He's gonna come back again with the freaking the smile on top of his head and doing all that. You know, I don't know, dog. That's him.
What's your favorite Mexican food?
I'll answer that right now. But you know what I was just thinking? You know what I was just thinking?
Ah,
Do our do our people don't do that to them, huh?
mm-mm.
You notice on TikTok, like the
Yeah,
third world countries
yeah, they
and
do
our
that.
gente don't do that, but they're trying to come up. I get it, you know. What's up, Johnny? 11th Street or VGV? Ah, está loco, dog. I have to be VGV, homie. What do you say? What's the favorite Mexican food?
Mm-hmm.
Chilaquiles, of course, homie.
Chile rellenos are bomb too.
Oh, chile, yeah. There you go. There you go. Let's put some Duran Jones right there. There we go. Let's get this bolo started. Are you
Come on,
guys ready?
let's play some music for you guys.
Quick question, do you know the first barrio over there in Los and the name of the barrio? Look, dog, there's a lot of theories, homie, but there's like four of them, okay? And there's kind of proof that these barrios were around, you know, uh, that we know of when we were coming up, dog. It was Watcha. Um, we heard of Dogtown, Alpine. Those barrios are old, dog. Okay, those barrios are 38th Street, White Fence. All those barrios are old, even before the Pachuco days. You know, but um, as as much as you live that lifestyle or connected with that lifestyle, dog, you realize that se muere and everything dies. The barrios die and all that. So, um, I mean, it was cool that we were apart from a barrio doing all this, but you know, to the nitty gritty, it's irrelevant because at the end, we all paid. The familias paid for that. You know what I mean? Taxpayers paid for us to be incarcerated. You know, and the the way they look at us is just like regular gang members, homie. You know what I mean? From generation to generation to generation. When I was a kid, in I was in I was in the bus, and this is in the 70s, dog. And you would see this old man when you would go through another barrio out here, and they're older. This is the oldest, probably the oldest barrio that from the southeast area. They were old. Man, that fool was like almost 90. His pants up here, you know what I mean? Way up here, and his hair slicked back, you know, and you could just imagine that fool been around forever, dog. And that was like in 80, 70s, 80, 81, 82, like around 82, you know. And we were kids riding on the bus, you know. And I had his pants way out here and they're all slicked back, and he was from this side of town, you know what I mean? He was from the southeast. You know, won't mention the Ladders because I don't want to. Oh, well, we came out first, whatever. But their Ladders has been way longer than anybody that I know, besides the old Pico Viejo and all them. You know, but it was old. And when he passed, I seen their whole neighborhood, and they all, you know what I mean, did the holly for him and all that. You know, pero we now take pride on the positive things than the negative. So it doesn't really matter who's who came out first, homie. It's just that the the mayhem and the destruction that their barrios caused and we all caused, homie, you know? But yeah, for the record, is that little area. It's right there by the Ali County Jail, Chinatown, and all that. Chinatown wasn't even around yet, you know? But all through there, dog. They were there, but all that little barrio, all that little area was the first one. Because remember, back then, it was all dirt, homies. There was all ranchos out here. Ali had, it was owned by Mexicans, dog, you know? The governor of Mexico. The last one was a mulatto. He was half black and raza, and that's Pio Pico. And a lot of territory out here was tierra, you know, ranches. And sure enough, these vatos came, the gabachos, and pushed them out of their ranches. How? Just by lawsuits, by uh, holding this, holding that against him, and start losing him and snatching him, just like Baldwin Park, Holmes. That vato was a thief, homie, and they named the city after him. He treated the raza bad, dog, you know. They snatched up San Antonio, they snatched up the Avocadoville and all that. It was hard, homie. But all that little area was already established, homes, you know, all that Chavez Ravine and all that. The Dodger Stadium, that was a Chicano station there, dog. That was a Chicano hub for us. You know, 1920s, 1910s. That was our raza right there, dog. The 30s, the 40s, the 50s, you know, till they came and the city did him wrong and kicked everybody out. Said that they were going to give him the value of the property. They didn't, you know. So where Dodger Stadium sits at, that was a Chicano
Neighborhood.
neighborhood, you know. A lot of people don't know that, you know what I mean? Pero all that area, dog, Chavez Ravine, Dogtown, Alpine, all that whole little area. It's that whole hill, that whole little Bunker Hill. All that was all little barrios, dog. Then Echo Park, and then you go into the other side, Bull Heights, and you know, and the Maravillas and all that. They started expanding and growing. Wyfence was there. Wyfence, 38th Street. All these guys that said the projects didn't even come. The what do they call the what's that called?
The
The the projects right there off the freeway, they demolished them. The Pico Village projects, they demolished those, and old videos, dog. You know what I mean? But they come and go, dog. They, you know, it's a trip because I met a lot of older vatos. When I started doing time, I bump into vatos with their CDC number with an A number, and that's old, homie. That's from the 50s, you know. And I was already in prison in the early 90s. That vato was already what, like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. He was already 40 years into the system, you know. And there was an old man. One of them was an old man, and they called him Stagecoach. And he had an A number, you know, because after their regular numbers, they went to A number, and A number was the actual number that they started from CDC. And he was an old man, Holmes, old man. And like, hey, bro, why did they call that vato Stagecoach? He goes, you don't know? I'm like, nah, Holmes. You know what I mean? What, he rode on a stagecoach? What? He goes, nah, Holmes. He's been busted so long. He was busted for a hot one on a stagecoach. We're like, what? He goes, yeah, and he had an A number. Yeah, estaba viejito. He was old, dog. This is, what, 92? You know, 93? And you're like, damn, you know? But he was busted in California robbing a stagecoach, homie, you know? They still, on the countryside, they still had stage coaches. They didn't have ranflas, you know? If they did, it just went by. But the gente that couldn't afford a ranfla had a stagecoach with their familias or whatever, dog, you know? That fool was old. He thought he you know? I think he was like 80 something, almost 90, you know? But it's what you leave behind, dog. The legacy you leave behind. You don't want to leave a legacy like that behind, dog. And everybody that you bump into, dog, eventually end up passing, dog. They pass home. You know what I mean? That's tufas. Next one, next one, next one, dog. You know how many vatos that you met, older tecato vatos, died of cirrhosis and all that. Just, the same old, same old, dog. Same thing, and they're still right there in the hood, posted, all gangster down. Didn't get to travel the world. Didn't go nowhere. Just to the system and back. Maybe to Riverside with go visit their carnalas or something that moved out there, Because a lot of them vatos don't live there no more. You know what I mean? Everybody done take off. How do I know? It's because I sell the toppers. Is there a topper here? Oh, there's some ones right there in that box. This is what I sell for the ramflas. Yeah, even if they're scratched up. See that? Oh, let me see that Corona. Cold one. So this is what I sell. This is one of my scratched up ones. I haven't cleaned it. But we sell these for the lowers, for the bombs, for the cars and all that. And
We just got to clean them.
you see that? See that? I gotta clean it. It's dirty. I gotta buff it out. But I sell these things and I sell them bigger. And I asked these gente like, hey, you still stay there, homie? When I get the chance, you still stay right there in your lottery? Like, oh no, I'm glad I took off, I had to, But most of the people, they don't live in their barrio. I'm still here. I don't know why. God don't, you know what I mean? But it's okay. I don't trip on it no more. You know what I mean? I don't trip on it. Whatever God wants is feed, man. We're still here, and I'm all right. Let's bump one more.
Marty said, when are we going to make his for his garage? Let me know, Marty. Message me what you want on it.
There you go. All right, all right. Okay, who else is on here? What else? I gotta check the messages. I got that Rocha, that Folsom Rocha. He played in the movie Blood In, Blood Out. Orale. All that talk about food got me hungry. Carne asada.
Fries, a thing over there on the West Coast. There's a taco truck here in Oklahoma that has carne fries, and they are just about my favorite food. Yeah, they have them here.
They have them here, dog. But you want real food, dog? Real Mexican food? Go to Mexico, dog. Go to Baja.
Yeah.
Don't go here, dog.
Even the tortillas over there.
The real Mexican food, dog, you gotta go to Mexico, dog. That's good food there, dog. You could have the best tacos. There are good tacos out here in West Coast, dog. Out here, you know what I mean? I swear, they're better than Mexico. Man, that's not the truth, dog. I'll take you to Mexico. They're tacos, homie, but they might, you know what I mean? When you're there, just don't be surprised when you try to take a bite and go, wow. Puro pedo, dog. But there's some good spots out there, homie. You know what I mean? Where are we at? We're right here in Macantona. Right here in Norwalk, homie. What do you think about ice? Well, I spoke on that earlier, bro. You know what I mean? Just trucha, be careful, if you're gonna stand your ground, know the consequences. Know that they could charge you, homie. So just be careful, Their time is gonna come up and eventually everybody's gonna have to pay their dues, homie, What's gonna happen, I'm not too sure, homie, I just hope it ends soon, dog. And I understand the part where they gotta get the gente out of here. I understand it, but there's a way to go in about it, dog, professional, American style, not dirty style like that, but hey. Norwalk, nice, OG. Simon, homie, right here in the barrio. No, 160s, homie.
He said he's in Castaic.
Are you Chileno? No, carnal, soy Chicano. Oh, are you in Castaic? Oh, all right. I did some time up there. I did some time up there in Camp Mendenhall, I think. Munns and Mendenhall. BG, all about it. Oh, that's right, homie. Bell Gardens, homie. That's right. Latinos para Trump. Órale, Chad. Estás pesado, Chad. We don't, dog. Look, Holmes. There's them gente got their position there, dog, and God's gonna deal with them, dog. We can't, you know what I mean? That's just them, dog, you know. But one thing for sure, when you start studying more, Vato likes the little gente, dog. Yeah. Vato's done payouts, like 4 payouts to some gente, dog. Michael Jackson, I think, only had 2, and he has 4, dog. What, homie? Trace the number, dog. Like, vato, homie. So that means if we were in prison, tú sabes. um, yeah, for sure. I like the idea. I think they're going about it wrong. Yeah, big time, dog. That's right. Uh, Free South Park Mexican. No, homie, I was just talking about that, dog. Vato likes the little jainitas, dog. Vato Chester, vato. You know what I mean? You know, I know he's deceived a lot of gente, dog. You know, but let me tell you this much, dog. He could make good music, dog. Just like Michael Jackson and all that, dog. Just like, look, Holmes. When you have that much power, Holmes, you think that you could become like a god. You could do whatever. But eventually catches up to you, dog. You know? When you do all that desmadre, especially harm little jainitas or whatever. Or, you know, te pones todo acá. You know what I mean? Crazy. Do all that desmadre with the hyenas and do all that desmadre with the kids, Holmes. It catches up to you, dog. You know? And I always say this, homie. You don't believe it? Go read the transcripts, dog. Pull out the transcripts, dog. Those transcripts are free, Holmes. They're there. Just gotta, if you need to subpoena the paperwork, you could do it, dog. But the transcripts are there, dog. Read the story. Read about the witnesses. Read about everything, dog. You know, not just because it was a setup. It was no freaking setup, dog. Vato likes little jainitas, dog, little boys and all that, dog. That's them, dog. They're not all there in the freaking mente, dog. You know, this not right, dog. Look at that vato. What's his name? My body's telling me yeah.
Oh, R. Kelly?
R. Kelly, dog. You know, doing all that Holly Holmes. Then they got him on camera and still refused it. And this is my life you're talking about. And what about their lives, homie? You know, they're paying for it now, dog. You know, all that whole this mother, they're paying for it, Holmes. You know. Are they? Yeah, read the transcripts, Holmes. Before you make a suggestion or before you say, Charlie, that's not true, it's a setup, read the freaking transcripts, dog. Read what took place in court, homie. You know? You can't beat that, dog, you know? That's how you know when you go out there. It's because the gente that never done time can't understand it, how it works, dog. And you got to understand, when you go into a yarda, you better have your freaking paperwork, homie. You better have it, dog, you know? That's just the way it was always, homie, you know? You already know. Oh, well, he's busted for this. Where's his transcripts? Here you go, you know? And read it. And make sure that all the numbers match. All the numbers from the courthouse and that lawyer's for real, he's not fake, and they can't forge those paperworks. Get everything legit, homie. Double proof it, have your call up your hyena and go pull out that case out, dog. You know? It's the truth. How are you going to have a freaking Sally next to you and the vato likes crias, homie? The hell out of here, homie. You know?
Sheesh.
Hell no, dog. That loco, dog. So I hope he don't get free, Holmes. You know? His music's good, just like Michael Jackson, dog. You know, it's a trippy thing when they say, oh, Michael Jackson, they subpoenaed his body to court, dog. That's hard. That's hardcore stuff, dog. But anyways, the music's all good. I get it, you know, but still, El Vato, you know, just like Tupac, you know. Tupac, he has good music, but that Vato's registered, homie. He was, you know what I mean? They're all deceased as Friedman, but at the same token, that's why I won't bump Tupac, dog. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, you know, like I love the music. I play here and there, but all the music también is like, oh man, you know, like it's just disappointing, dog. There you go. It's disappointing because they were so talented, so gifted. And I know people are gonna defend him, which is fine, you know what I mean? But in the court, that was what said. Oh, but she recounted her story. don't matter, dog. You still torcido, dog. The damage is done. It's sad, homes. You know what I mean? It's gacho, dog. But with gente that are still alive and all that, and free him, free that. Don't free him, dog. No, don't do that, dog. I mean, it's up to you, but if you support the gente like that, then that's you, carnal. You know what I mean? That's you.
Dang.
Never leave witnesses. Did I hear from Jack? Chale, dog. No. So is it okay for drug dealers to deal drugs? No, Charlie, homie. But remember, how did it get here? How did it establish? You know? How did it be out here into the communities, into the ghettos? Was it our people that brought it in? Something you have to think about, dog. You go do the studies, dog. All this madre, all was taking place, and with what's in it, Noriega and all that, dog. Oh man, Holmes, how did the crack end up in the hoods? And man, dog, do study and all that, dog. You think it was these vatos that brought it and we're gonna make a killing? No, dog. It was set for us to fail, dog. Incarcerate our people, dog. Make money. They make money out of you, dog. Get you addicted. Vámonos. You know? You think it's all that about right? Nah, dog. You know?
Saludos de Texas.
Cuete Yesca. Yeah, the rapero, right? Chapter. Do you smoke Yesca? Charlie, it's been like 19, 20 years. Asking question like 5-0. That's all right. Let the 5-0 come in, dog. I pedo, homie. You learn from them. You understand and read them, dog. You know, they when they're at the gym, they're there. Just I peep on them, dog. We got SWAT there. We got everything there, dog, when they're working out. You know, just keep trucha and hear the torica. You know what I mean? It's okay. They're Tupac was he doesn't mess with female. Yeah, no. I seen that video, dog. I seen that video, but they're entertainers, dog. Tupac wasn't a gangster like that, dog. You know, he was rebellious, you know, but he wasn't a gangster just like that. He was rebellious. It was in him to begin with, but he wasn't a gangster like that to become part of a clique and all that. It's just sad the way he got done. You know what I mean? Do I know how to grow the yes guy? No, not no more, dog. I just started this and it's hella complicated. All right. As another brown man, saludos. He's at Baltimore, Maryland, homie. Uh, you ain't no Timo Kid Frost. Orale, Kid Frost. He's all right. Tupac was pirujo. That's what they're saying. Beds, where is bed sheets and OC fool? Órale, se están agarrando. They're
Yes,
going
they're going at it on the chat.
Happy to see you doing well, OG. Hey, thank you, Brandon. Hey, was that Brandon? Was that the vato that got out? Yeah, I think that's you, dog. He was Ma Pyru. Yeah, he was. He was part of the clica, you know. Do I know Conejo? Yeah, I seen him, dog. To me, it's normal, dog. Like when you see the gente like that, dog. You know? Who else?
Uh,
What's cracking, OG? What up, Jonathan?
Damn,
What's
things are
cracking?
just going fast.
They're going fast. Thank you for the likes. I'm at 31,000. I need to close it off at 40. Please do me a paro and tap on that glass like if you were the Conectas back in the days. Out. Where's my palm brush? Right here, carnalito. We're bumping the jams. We're taking it smooth today. Shout outs from Mexico to the homeboys in Indiana. Rest in peace, stranger, white fence. No disrespect towards anybody. Stranger from the Hollywood side, homie. And just hope to get through old friends. I got deported a while back, and well, respects OG. Gerardo. But Gerardo's living free out there, dog. He's okay, dog. Life out there is different than here, homie, you know? He ain't gotta be living in the hustle and bustle like us. Yeah, he had feminine manners, Tupac. Yes, Jose.
Hola de Colima.
Tupac was CIA raised rich. Why do Sureños hate? Why people hating on dead individuals? Yeah, that's what I said, BG. Like, they're deceased, homie. But it's sad, dog, because um, they were so talented, dog. They were so talented. Hate NorCal. What's the real story? Hate NorCal?
We don't hate no
We
cow.
don't hate NorCal, dog. Hola de Colombia. Oh, Anthony, what's up, homie? Where's the
Colombia.
chanate at? Right here in my Charlie Brown cup, homie. What's that thing? Shee, Charlie Brown.
Hey, from Australia, man.
Hey, man, what's up, Australia? BG has some respect. That's right, dog. Respect,
It's
hijo de
because
tu
they're
madre.
going
They're
at
going
it.
at BG, dog.
BG and I think is the other guy. I don't know what's
Is it from Orange County?
No sé.
They're going at it?
BG and Vinny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Vida Loca, dog. May the strongest man win, homie. Vida Loca. We'll pay for that. Pay-per-view right here. Daniel, I'm
Daniel
from
said
OC.
he's from OC.
That's right, dog. No hay pedo, homie. Yes. It's respect, homie. Everybody has different opinions, you know what I mean? And that's something we got to understand. Going to bed, homie. Respects from Ireland. That's right.
Ireland in the house.
Gracias. BG, all about respects. That's right. Do I know Big Boy from Strength Cartel? Yeah, dog. I got a picture with that fool. He was working with homeboy Cuete. Um, but the money, dog, their thing, they do their thing, dog. He's all right, dog, but it's just when you got to remember, dog, when Abato's hungry for his career. Oh, gracias, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. When the Vato's hungry for his career, dog, he's gonna do him, homie. And he's gonna do the best that he can for himself and for his family. And you gotta respect that. People might think that he's dogging people out. No, you know what I mean. He's just doing him, dog. He might not call you for this. He might not need you for this, but certain things he'll let you know, so you could open up the door for him. I do know he's thinner. He's all right, dog. I don't have no conflict with him. I knew Wicked, right? Little Wicked, we knew Wicked, his partner. The one that lived here in Norwalk. The one resting in peace. He was real female. Wicked was real cool, dog. Es Estados Unidos de California.
Yes.
¿Está usted en Estados? Sí. Hey, wait a minute. Anthony. And he says Estados de California. Yes, we are, carnalito. Saludos de Seattle, Washington. Definition of gangster: someone that takes back. All right, have a good one, OG BG. All right, I'm not trying to disrespect Tupac. Not a big deal. He was chirujo. His life choices. BG said, I didn't need to hear this crap. I'm gone.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? Good night.
Hit the gym, not the pipa. That's right on the. Hey, mate, I like the hat. You look like cowboys from the best films I ever watched long time ago. Well, howdy, partner.
Just subscribe.
But remember, cowboys originally were from Mexico. Remember that.
He said he just subscribed.
Oh, say I'm down to fight. I wrestle and I do little jiu-jitsu.
Sheesh.
Jose, come on, perro. Pura cávila, fool. Pura cávila, dog.
He's like ready. He's like,
He's
oh,
ready. What's up,
pay-per-view,
BG?
what's up?
And BG's, I'm going to sleep, carnalito.
But I thought it was Vinny and BG.
Oh, Vinny.
Now
All right.
okay, he's like.
Saludos desde Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco, México. Pura Pasadena, Barrio Rifa. That's right, big dog. That's right. Legends and look awesome. Your attitude is golden. Grazie, Amanas. Grazie. What part of Mexico am I from? From Norwalk. Norwalk, southeast Los Angeles.
Norwalk.
It was in Norwalk. It was Ciudad de Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. That's when it belonged to Mexico. Mexico, that's right. Not many people wearing Cowboys hat nowadays to see it like bring thousand memories. That's right. Standito, homie. That's what they're called.
Frank's hats. So if you wanna
get your tando on?
Jonathan said, "That's right. A real Chicano never leaves home without his palm comb."
That's right. That's right. Come on.
So glad someone still have this style. Really appreciate it.
That's right. Cubo, homie from Chuco Town, Texas. What's up, man? Estos vatos, dog. They want to
They
freaking.
still trying
They want
to.
to try to get out here and dance. Hey, you want to battle? You want to battle? I don't want to dance, dog.
We don't have Candyman. When we have Candyman, then you could
If
do
I
the
have
best.
Candyman, you guys know who Candyman is?
He break
Google that
dances.
fool. He break that. He does all
Then
this.
maybe.
He has his cadena right here, little pancita and his gafas, and he's like. I don't do all that, dog. I could throw him up with these vatos, dog. Did I ever see Julio Cesar Chavez fight? No, I didn't. But I seen what's his names? Morales, Barrera, Johnny Tapia. I seen them. Bro was a theater kid, Daniel. All right, all right, all right.
Uh, yo estoy viviendo en Colombia por 8 años, pero un nativo de Carolina del Norte.
I always remember the Mexico people in the cowboy films very polite words. Yeah, that's right. We did. We're from the city, homie. We don't ride no freaking horses out here, homie. We're from the concrete jungle, homie.
But if we buy a house, I'm gonna get a horse.
My wife says if we buy a house, she's gonna get a little ranchito, a little caballito.
Like,
Hey, no freaking horses, homie. What's wrong with you, dog?
Watch
We're from
me.
the city, dog.
Watch me.
We're from the freaking
I
concrete
know,
jungle.
but if we have like a big,
We got roaches as big as
Ow.
freaking hands, homie.
I know. Go to the park.
Go to the park and big old roaches just flying, dog. And you're like, whoa, whoa. El Terrible, yeah, that's right, dog. That's right. This is the best channel I've ever seen. I'm gonna get grazie,
Thank you
grazie.
so much. Califas, compa.
What do you think about La Sleepy?
She's cool.
It's all right. She needs a little bit more hairspray in her hair so she can look more firme. We know Sleepy. She's real cool.
Real cool.
I should have her on the show, huh?
Yeah.
I'll have. You know what, you guys? I'm gonna call her Sleepy. I'll have her here in a few weeks.
Yeah,
Let me call her
whenever
up
she's
if she's available. And when I do the podcast, I'll have it live in YouTube. Okay? I'll bring La Sleepy. She's real firme. She's real cool. You know. Do you have a low rat? No, Barry. I don't. I refuse to have one, dog. Because our whole life evolves around low riders, dog. I have quads. We have toys, dog. We have quads. My daughter has a Polaris Ace 150 single seater, dog. They only made it for what, 2-3 years?
Yeah.
They're custom, dog. Like just everything, all dirt bikes, dog. Quads, SC racing bikes. We have all that, dog. We don't, no lowrider. All my money goes to that, dog. When we have go free time, I have a panel, a gangster freaking panel that I take for Holly, but no. Have a nice day to Mexican people there. Don't forget, get me one beautiful girl. We're going to go visit very soon. All right, amen. They are nice though through emerald green. Yeah, Juan Manuel Marquez was the best Mexican boxer in my opinion. Homeboy, duck nobody. A lot of them didn't die. Look, dog.
Back in the day, they did.
I'm gonna be honest, dog. My son, we trained him for 10 years. We went, Manny Robles, Chocolatito. We got to meet a lot of them, dog. And his team was part of Ryan Garcia's, and then you get to see freaking Tito. You get to see everybody, dog. You see everybody, dog, when you go to the fights, homie. And Mexicans are bad in fighting and boxing, dog. I'm not gonna deny that. But you got to give it to the blacks, dog. Their bottom legs, their feet, their lower half, dog.
They're quick.
They're fast, dog. And the Mexican just comes in. And those Morenos are freaking fast, dog. And now that you see, that you get to study, you're around so many boxing people, dog. They've been hit in the head too many times, dog. Their eyes are all like cats. Oh, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the joining the club. Their eyes are like cats, Holmes. They slur. They're punch drunk. Their faces are swollen. Their head is swollen, dog. Uh, they're just there's some weird ones, dog, and they'll be like out of nowhere, and, like laughing, like what the hell, you know? And you notice that it's all the my putazos, guantazos, homie, you know? And now that you get older, you understand it's weave and bob, Dutch and dodge, and hit, vámonos, move to the left, move to the right, and bounce. And don't go over there and try to go toe to toe, toe to toe, which is good. Good entertainment. I ain't gonna lie, it's good entertainment. But to the nitty gritty, that's all of them. Oscar de la Hoya, Sugar Ray Mosley, all of them. Look at them. They're like, you know, this Vargas, and they're just like, they're good people, but you could tell they've been hit too many times in the head, dog. Like they're not quick, they're mining. But put them in the ring, oh damn, they know how to move. They're like roosters. But the Morenos were good, dog. I ain't gonna lie, Holmes. You can't pull back from them, dog. But us, we got it, dog. And freaking Manos de Pierda and all that. Jeez, they were crazy, dog. Now I feel like watching Blood In, Blood Out. Only, homie, as long as you don't watch American Me where they're taking advantage of the sun, dog, we all right, homie. Yeah, Vato Fernando Vargas is all punch drunk. Yeah, he is, dog. You must be, Jay, you must be talking about me. Yeah, Jay, tell him, dog, if you're a boxer, dog. You guys don't know the life of a boxer is freaking crazy, dog. Life of a boxer, homie, it's insane, dog. They say it's a poor man's sport. That's full of crap, dog. You need to have money for that sport, dog. It's expensive, dog. You gotta travel, travel, food, expense, tournaments,
Gym
fights,
membership.
gym
Plus
membership.
The coach.
Plus your coach. And if your tío's the coach, yeah, chingas is just like Pitbull and all that. Oh, I'm a champion. Oh, I did good. The first time, man, stop lying, fool. Your whole family box. So you already know all the ropes, the routines, what connections to go. But don't know none of that, homie. And you learn as you go. Shh. That's fair, dog. Nobody's going to spit the game. Nobody's going to teach you. And not one coach will teach you everything, dog. No. You got to have about 3-4 coaches, dog. Offense, defense, foot, what is it? Strength and conditioning, muscle, jab. You combine the whole thing, dog, to make a boxer, dog. It takes forever. Like with my son, he was flat-footed, straight, like clunker, clunk, clunk, clunk on his feet. I had to get a professional, retired NFL player, dog, to get his
balance and all that. Good,
to get his balance on his tippy toes going. Then you take him to the rutinas of the boxer. First, you got to teach him how to be on his toes. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Stairs, circles, numbers, little freaking pods on the side, cones. Then your jump rope, your regular basic things. Then your steppers, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then jump, come back, and then after that, then starts the routine. Stick to your left, to the left, to the right, move, swing your right, be on your tippy toes, come in, come out, double jab, swing left, swing left, come back, power punch, uppercut, and you got to learn the combinations. So after you learn all this, you train about 2-3 hours. The righteous boxer will train about 3 to 5-6 hours a day, homie. Okay, that's 5-6-7 days a week, and then comes boxing. Okay, so you're prepared, right, homie? You're being prepared for a level, because remember, it's by weight, and of course, when you're young, is by age. So you gotta meet the freaking weight, homes. You have all these boxers. They come up every freaking weekend. They'll meet everywhere, dog. And who is it? Who runs it? The association.
Oh, the USA Boxing.
USA Boxing, and USA Boxing is run by a black man, dog. So you better freaking come prepared, dog, because he's gonna have his lead way with the Morenos, dog. Every time there's an opening for the Olympics, you gotta be ready. So all these are all the stages, homie. to go try to make it to the Olympics. When you made it to the Olympics, now remember, you still have to face your regular amateurs. You got to face your grand nationals, and that don't mean that you're gonna make it to the tournaments of uh, the Olympics, Holmes. You still got to go through the whole this model. Just because you did all these fighting and didn't go through their route, they could easily bypass you and get to the man that went and did all that route and lost all them fights but made it okay, and they'll put him up there, dog. It's crazy the way it goes. It's political, Holmes. You know what I mean? When you go out there, you keep on fighting. Now, here comes fight time, okay? You guys, it gets ready for the fight time. You got to meet the freaking weight, dog. That means no tea, barely sipping on waters, no juice, no nothing. And then he has to poop. He has to sweat all the pounds that he has extra and keep them maintained like that for about 3-4 days. Usually 2 days, so he could kind of get used to that weight and don't crash die on him right there. He weighs in. He sees the doctor. Now you got to stay in line. You got to register, and you got to pay for the registration now. Then you got to go see your doctor first. So after you go see your doctor first, you got to go see their doctor there. Then you go get approved. They weigh you in. After they weigh you in, they put you in the brackets. After the brackets, then you go eat. Your son is starving and he's freaking eating. Next you know, he ate so freaking much that his stomach is freaking hurting. Why? Because he had to starve for like 2-3 weeks, homie. Crash diet that whole freaking meal. Now he's all freaking full. He has energy, but his stomach is too full. So he has to go walk around a little bit, let it go down, and prepare himself for the fight. All this takes place before 8-9 o'clock in the morning. Then the fights come in. And then you're traveled out of town, dog. And then you go fight this. And then there's brackets for your tournaments. And oh man, dog. Es una chinga, dog. Then you meet their freaking people. Who are they? Who, what, when, where? Then you're able to go heads up with them. But if you dodge the fade, homie, then you automatically, you could easily walk away. You don't have to fight that individual, but you already registered, homie. That makes you look bad, dog. You know, you just go toe to toe. You got to be smart. You got to know how many fights that fighter has, the amateur fights. That's why a lot of fights take place without registration, homie. But you get to know the whole this mother, how it freaking works. You know what I mean? Because that's just amateurs, dog. Soon as you're done with all the amateurs, then comes the freaking pros, dog. How bad are you as a pro? Now remember, the style changes. Amateurs just 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 left right. Now you go into the pros, dog. Now the pros is swinging, moving, dancing, prancing, hitting, power punch, come back, go back in. Man, homie, those are freaking hard, homie. That's why when you're young and you have a young child, dog, teach them pros, homie. Yeah, teach them the amateurs, teach them all this, dog. Teach them the speed. All that is good. The speed is good. You're going to use it when you become a pro, but start teaching them pros. So now USA Boxing is starting to change their rules. Their points are going by the way they're boxing now. It's no more, you know what I mean? And you have their crews and you have their people there. Man, I've been into wait, Julio? Oh my God, big old freaking rumble. People are fighting. Their hyenas are mad. F you, F that. And riot breaks out outside and the promoters counting their freaking money. And it's crazy, dog. That's why I hate Mayweather, dog. He wasn't the greatest, but he was the greatest to hit this freaking game, dog. He did it good. And I freaking applaud that fool. I don't like his style. He's not the greatest, but he was smart about the freaking game, dog. He played everybody, dog. Which is, you can't hate him for that, dog. How many times boxing the promoters done them dirty? They done them dirty so many freaking times, dog, you know? But that's boxing, dog. You know what I mean? ¿Por qué no me crece el bigote? ¿Quieres que rasurártelo, güey? Pues no tienes ahí, tienes pelillos ahí, homie. Sounds like hell, Daniel. It is, dog.
It is.
Big dog. Let's go with Pitbull, homes. He was happy. Oh, you know, I won this and that. His dad was a boxer. His grandpa was a boxer. So they knew the rules and the regulations. and the get down, dog. They knew the conectas from left to right, dog. But you want to take your kid, don't take them to a regular freaking gym, dog. Don't do that, dog. You gotta have you gotta hire a private a coach.
Coach.
You gotta go hit the calles, dog. You gotta go out there. You gotta go push for your son, dog. All these gyms really don't do that. Yeah, they'll keep you to the side and, oh, you're doing good, Holmes. You're doing good. You're doing good. Nah, Holmes. I want to be a pro. Okay, then you gotta get them out of school, dog. You gotta have them homeschooled. You think all these vatos that professional players and all that went to school, dog? Nah, Holmes. They ain't gonna teach you that. They ain't gonna teach you that they dropped $100,000 on their kid, dog. They ain't gonna tell you that, homie. They're not, dog. That's the truth. That's the honest truth, dog. You gotta get them out of school, Holmes. You gotta put them in a charter school or homeschooling for him to train early in the morning, midday into the pros. You gotta teach him. My son, dog. Man, dog, he was bad, homie, but he didn't want to do it no more, dog. I can't push him, dog. 10 years boxing, dog. He didn't fight after fight after fight and arguing. Man, what's wrong with you? Why don't you beat up this kid's easy, you know? And we're getting angry and mad, huh?
Yep.
The jab. Took 4 years for his jab, homie. And he would win the fights with his jab. His jab would be the main key there, dog. He would fight, he headhunt or whatever, you know what I mean? Power punch and all that. But the jab was, man, homie. Start with the jab, end with the jab, homies. That was the rule. Come in and out, dog, you know?
Yep.
It's
It was a lot of work.
it's a lot of holly, but yeah, it was crazy.
Greetings, brother. The pros
What
have
up,
no
Marty?
style.
Who's your favorite Chicano boxer of all times? Um, there's a lot, dog. There's a lot, dog. Damn, dog. Johnny Tapia for being crazy. Vargas for having the huevos. And De La Hoya for having that side jab, dog. And the way he used to fight. Always on guard, you know? But and Joey, the featherweight, you gotta master the good style of fighting. Yeah, Daniel, you do. But everybody has a different way of fighting, dog. Everybody. I'm Russian. That's right. Does that mean your hairline's in the back, homie, or you're Russian, dog? Puro pedo. Chavez. Well, he's not Chicano. He's a Mexicano, dog. Chavez was the best, dog. No hands down. He was one of the best.
Never dodged him.
Yeah. 7 days sober of coca and feel like crap. Any advice? You're doing good, fool. That's how you're supposed to feel, homie. That's how you're supposed to feel. You know what I mean? Toma ligas, you know. Todo. Can eat on some chocolucos, homie. You know what I mean? Pick you up. Have some sugar, dog. You know what I mean? Pick you up and a little caffeine, get you going, dog. But that's the start, homie. At least you're acknowledging that in the 7 days, homie. You know, 7 days will turn into 14. From 14, double up, triple up, and keep on going, dog. A month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months. Now then a year. Look at me. It's been what, 19 years, I think, dog. Sober, homes. So you're doing good, fool. Así mero, homie. Sea hombre, carnalito. You're doing good. I'm proud of you, dog. 7 days, homie. That's right.
Start.
Rafa Marquez was it? Yes, that's right. Mexican. I have a Mexican blanket I've had from 3 years old in 1978, and it's still good condition. Those are the original ones, homie. Those are the original ones. Original ones, Jen. ¿Qué onda, homie? What up, Anthony? This is Gabriel from the swap. Oh, what up, Gabriel? What's cracking lacking, fool?
Gabriel, the one that sells the hat?
The one that sells the hats, homie?
Or who, Gabriel?
I think that's him. Gabriel, is that you with the hats, fool? OG, how were the 90s from you and any war story? They were hard, straight gangster, gang banging, a life as a ruthless individual, high-speed chases, helicopter chases, everything, dog. I lived too wild, homie. The highest, oh, Bobby Chacon, another one. Oh, James, yeah, that's right. Um, the highest criminal rate in LA in general was 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. Those 6 years were ruthless, dog. You famous? Nah, fool. Is this you, homie? Is that him?
I don't know. LOL, hello. Oh, no, wait. I don't know. He's not saying anything.
Come on, Gabriel, is that you, fool?
What, Gabriel? Yes, Gabriel, the hats.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, fool? What you doing, homie? What you doing,
Does he
Vato?
still go? I
Man,
don't see
homie,
him anymore.
Vato ranked out. He don't even sell his hats no more. He sells some bad hats, huh? Just some bad hats, homie. What up, Gabriel?
Brian said, did you just say what crack-a-lackin' food?
Huh?
He said, did you just say what's crack-a-lackin' food?
What's crack-a-lackin', fool?
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was the crazy times, the 80s and 90s.
80s
Yeah.
and 90s, Los Angeles was wild.
That's
Brian
right.
said.
That's right. That's right. All right. Hey, you guys, tap that screen before I hang up. Do me that paro, homie. My battery's running low, homie. Yeah, got stufas right now, dog. The ranflita ain't going no more, homies. I ain't got no more gastufas in there, homie. We're just gonna roll up to the side, homie, and try to siphon up some gas out of that ranfla right there down the street. Back then you would have to siphon up the gas, dog. That's how freaking crazy we were. There was a 64 Impala and he had a chain and welded on there, and they're like, the youngsters are like, hey, OG, why do you have a chain welded on the hood? Because you guys don't know, huh? I'm like, nah, you have to lock up the freaking engine so you won't take the battery, homie. So that's how this Ranfla is right now. It's about to run out of gastufas, homie. So do me a favor and press like, hit that freaking screen on TikTok, homie. Because we're ticateros right here, homie. Let's do this, dog. And thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for tuning always. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for holding out all this time and just talking about good things, My cousin used to do that. That's right. That's right. Hey, thank you guys, man. Thank you. I am visitor to Mother Victory Outreach Church from Boyle Heights Victory Outreach. That's right, Jesus. That's right. Tammy, what's up? I'll see you, man. All right, subscribe to. Oh, that's right. Hey, Gabriel, gracias. Hey, gracias, homie. Where in LA are the good hydraulics? Homies hydraulics. They're pretty good, dog. All right, take care, carnal. Hey, gracias, Jay. Thank you for tuning in. Jose Benavides was also filming. Yes, he was, dog. Hello, sir. Nice hat. What do you think about the Jews? The Jews are God's chosen people, dog. Keep truchas, dog. Okay, just let them be. Let them do their stuff and don't get entwined with all that stuff, homie. And shalom and keep your distance, dog. Because it gets hard. That's a big topic there, but of course, those are the God's chosen people. You can't deny that. They're just a proven fact through history, dog. And man, they could make feria, dog. Keep educating our raza. Simon, knowledge is power. I won't let them win. Yeah, Christ is king. Yeah, dog. The Judíos are deep, dog. There's something else. We'll get into that topic next time. They are great. Kazarians, yes, Simon, dang it. Love the fit, so classic looking. A120, gracias. Yeshua's King, Simon James. Al says, please get the word out. You need to sell 1970 Superbird daughter cancer treatment very much. Okay, Al. Let me know what's up, Holmes. Send me the information and see what we can do, my friend, Thank you guys. See you in 2 weeks. Pomona. Gabriel, I'll be in
We're gonna be in the Long
we're gonna
Beach.
be at the Long Beach Super Show, dog.
He don't even go anymore. I don't
You don't
see
even go to
him.
Pomona, fool. Stop lying, dog.
Or Long Beach.
I seen your jefita the last time there, dog. You weren't even around,
by
Holmes. You over there
herself.
freaking eating a hamburger on the side, Holmes. I seen that, fool.
That's messed up.
Saludos. All right, homies. That's it. I end up this show, and God bless you guys. Thank you for always tuning in, homies. Let's do this. Got that one. I got all these. All right.